They took part in the 1982 Classic, losing in 7 games to the Cardinals. That's much better than the Washington Nationals, who spent their first 3 decades as the Montreal Expos. 1981 was the closest the Expos ever got to the World Series, falling a game short against the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Seattle Mariners are the only current American League club to have never participated in a World Series. For It Happened in Baseball, I'm Mick Kern.
Get the latest news, opinion, and analysis from MMA to boxing and the professional wrestling world 24/7. SiriusXM Fight Nation, SiriusXM 156, and the SXM app.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM sports schedule for Wednesday, January the 10th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In NCAA college men's basketball, 6:30 p.m., Penn State faces Northwestern. Penn State feed on XM 382, Internet 972. Northwestern on XM 381, Internet 971. 6:30 p.m., St. John's faces Providence. St. John's on XM 380, Internet 970. Providence on Sirius 119, XM 201, and Internet 964. 7 p.m., Miami faces Louisville. The Miami feed on XM 385, Internet 975. Louisville on XM 384, Internet 974. 7 p.m., Mississippi State takes on Tennessee. The Mississippi State feed on XM 383, Internet 973. Tennessee on Sirius 106, XM 190, and Internet 961. 7 p.m. UCF faces Kansas. UCF feed on XM and Internet 375. Kansas on Sirius XM and Internet channels 84. 7 p.m. Virginia Tech faces Clemson. Virginia Tech on XM 386, Internet 976. Clemson on Sirius 109, XM 193, and Internet 955. 8 p.m. Memphis takes on UTSA on Sirius 158, XM 203, and Internet 966. 8 p.m. NC State faces North Carolina. NC State on XM 387, Internet 977. North Carolina on Sirius 210, XM 194, and Internet 956. 8:30 p.m., Ohio State faces Wisconsin. Ohio State on XM 389, Internet 979. Wisconsin on Sirius 211, XM 195, and Internet 957. 8:30 p.m., Xavier faces UConn. Xavier on XM 388, Internet 978. UConn on Sirius 119, XM 201, and Internet 964. 9 p.m., Georgia faces Arkansas. Georgia on XM 391, Internet 981. Arkansas on XM 390, Internet 980. 9 p.m., Marquette faces Butler. The Marquette feed on Sirius XM and Internet channels 83. Butler on XM 381, Internet 971. 9 p.m., Ole Miss faces Florida. Ole Miss on Sirius 106, XM 190, and Internet 961. Florida on XM 392, Internet 982. 9 p.m., Syracuse takes on Boston College. Syracuse on Sirius 109, XM 193, and Internet 955. Boston College on XM 380, Internet 970. 9 p.m., TCU faces Oklahoma. TCU on XM and Internet 375. Oklahoma on Sirius XM and Internet channels 84. 10:30 p.m., USC faces Washington State. USC on XM 383, Internet 973. Washington State on XM 382, Internet 972. 11 p.m., Cal faces Colorado. Cal on XM 384, Internet 974. Colorado on XM and Internet 373. In NCAA college women's basketball, 6:30 p.m. UConn faces Providence on Sirius 209, XM 202, and Internet 965. 7 Indiana faces Penn State on Sirius XM and Internet channels 83. 7 p.m. Kansas State takes on Oklahoma with the Kansas State feed on Sirius 132, XM 199, and Internet 953. 7:30 p.m. Kansas faces Baylor on Sirius 108, XM 204, and Internet 967. 8 p.m. Purdue faces Iowa on Sirius XM and Internet channels 85. 8 p.m. Texas faces TCU on Sirius 146, XM 200, and Internet 954. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM sports schedule for Wednesday, January the 10th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In NCAA college men's basketball, 6:30 p.m., Penn State faces Northwestern. Penn State feed on XM 382, Internet 972. Northwestern on XM 381, Internet 971. 6:30 p.m., St. John's faces Providence. St. John's on XM 380, Internet 970. Providence on Sirius 119, XM 201, and Internet 964.
Mad Dog Sports Radio has the best sports talk in the business, covering sports with a passion and knowledge you need. Mad Dog Sports Radio, Sirius XM 86, and the SXM app.
For SiriusXM Sports, I'm Ryan Payton. He's known as one of the greatest quarterbacks to play in the NFL, and he played for the Colts and the Broncos. Peyton Manning played in the league for 18 seasons. Between those two teams, the first 14 with Indianapolis winning a Super Bowl and 4 MVPs. On March 18, 2016, the number 18 was retired by the Colts and will never be worn again by any Colts player. He set many franchise records with Indy, including most passing attempts in a season, most touchdown passes for a rookie, and many, many others. After being with the Colts for 14 seasons, he went to free agency and then signed with Denver for the final 4 seasons of his career. He would go on to win another MVP in 2012, would advance to the Super Bowl that season, but fall short of his second title. Then he would get one more chance in 2016, in which he would win his second Super Bowl title. In his last season in the NFL, what a way to go out. Manning would end his career with a total of 2 Super Bowls and 5 MVPs, and he's pretty good in commercials as well. He went through many coaches and made each one better and made all his teammates better as well, not just the ones he played with, but the ones he played against on the field on any given Sunday. He will go down as one of the best to play the game, and he will definitely go down as one of the best quarterbacks in NFL history. For SiriusXM Sports, I'm Ryan Payton.
MLB Network Radio is your home for 24/7 baseball talk, featuring on-site coverage of every major event from spring training through the World Series and expert analysis from former general managers and players. SiriusXM, Channel 89.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM.
This is the NBA on SiriusXM.
Full steam out of the backcourt, all the way to the rim for a thunderous slam.
Every game, all season long, through the NBA Finals.
Drives, he jump stops, he's off balance, he put it up and in. I don't know how.
Your home for hoops is SiriusXM Radio. Now, let's take you courtside for the game.
For the game against the Clippers, Josh, just before we break and set up the broadcast tonight, when you look at Schroeder being added to the starting lineup, Young's already in there, and Siakam and Pirtle are out. I mean, that's a real challenge for the starters, but it also is a challenge for the rotation and the bench, who really didn't contribute until the fourth quarter last night.
Yeah, and I also think, listen, while it's clear that the Raptors are lacking size tonight, they're almost embracing it and saying, all right, well, you guys have to match up with us as well. And what I think the Raptors do have on the floor, especially to start the game tonight, is a ton of playmaking. And that's something that Darko talked about the other day, is you can never have too much playmaking on the floor. It's one of the nice things about what Emmanuel Quickley has brought to the table. One of the things that he's wanted to prove here with this opportunity in Toronto is that he's more than just the scorer he was in New York. He's a lead guard. He's a playmaker. And, of course, now Dennis Schroeder out there as well. It's a nice luxury for Darko to have, something the Raptors really haven't been able to do confidently since Kyle Lowry and Fred VanVleet were here, playing multiple point guards together in the backcourt. Those two, Quickley and Schroeder, plus 35 and 64 minutes together over the last 5 games since the trade. So it'll be interesting to see whether this works here. And, of course, they're also on the floor with Scotty Barnes can make plays. R.J. Barrett can make plays. Thad Young can make plays. So, yeah, obviously containing guys like Kawhi and Paul George, and even just bodying up with Zubats on the boards and keeping them off the boards. That's going to be a challenge for this team. But it'll be interesting to see how the Clippers match up with all of the playmaking and the versatility that this Raptors team could put out on the floor tonight.
Josh, thanks very much. Look forward to the conversation at halftime. Countdown to tip-off is next. This is Raptors Game Night on TSN 1050.
Hey, Raptor fans. What's better than the team winning on the court? A win for the kids and a win for you. When you play the MLSE Foundation 50-50 jackpot, you help communities get kids and youth off the sidelines and onto the court. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. Will you be a winner this season? Only one way to know. Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Well, Callum, when you're right, you're right.
What was I right about this time?
You said we would see a big increase in the sale of engagement rings in December.
The average couple gets engaged about 39 months after they first meet.
People weren't meeting new people during the COVID lockdown, but December was the 39th month since the end of it.
The ripple effect of the COVID lockdown is why engagement ring sales were below average for 3 years.
Below average sales is why there is a worldwide surplus of diamonds right now.
Which explains why diamond prices are so low.
Created diamonds and natural diamonds.
But that surplus will dwindle pretty quickly, I think.
We set a new record for engagement ring sales in December, just like you said we would. I like it when you're right, Callum.
I like to be right, Michael.
Valentine's Day is on the way.
My favorite holiday and a great time to get engaged.
And diamond prices are still low, low, low.
Why settle for a smaller diamond when you can get a bigger one for the same price?
Spence, located in Vaughan, Scarborough, and Mississauga.
At Trillium Health Partners, we're ready to see you, not just as a patient, but as a person who needs innovative care with a human touch, a person with a life, with hopes, and with fears. At Trillium Health Partners, we'll see the whole you, our nurses, our doctors, and our staff. Because when we care for the whole person, our whole community gets stronger. Trillium Health Partners, we see you. Learn more at weseeyou.ca.
This is Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050. The Raptors live here.
And continuing on the road again at Crypto.com Arena. Good thing there's a new officiating crew. It's the Raptors and Clippers tonight. Oh my, Whistlegate is behind them, but there are some impressive numbers from the Clippers. 23-13 on the season, 15-4 on home court all season long, and in their last 18, 15-3. So no Siakam, no Pirtle tonight. And let's go over to Paul Jones and Javon Shepherd. Jonesy, big hill to climb here.
There is, Jim, and let's get this out of the way. The officials tonight, Tony Brothers, Gedimitis Petritis, and Leon Wood. And let's see what kind of a whistle the Raptors get. Let's get that right out of the way.
You got that one right out the gate.
Hey, man. In the words of Joe Frazier, the late heavyweight champion, come out smoking, baby. Come out punching. And you got to hope, Javon, that the Raptors come out punching after last night. You know, the easy thing to do is kind of roll up and turtle over and say, wow, we're missing Siakam, we're missing Pirtle. We got the boots put to us last night. We got kicked in the pants with the loss.
Got hosed.
And the easy thing is to roll over. But the character thing is to come out and bust backside and show the Clippers, oh, no, we're not going away. We are not laying down.
Yeah, you know, that's the other side that you want to see is the character of the team to come out and just, you know, compete tonight. And more than anything, this builds chemistry. This builds cohesion. This builds, like, your identity, which we're still trying to figure out with this team, especially with the new pieces. But I'm actually excited. In situations like this, I'm actually excited for guys that don't generally get or typically get much opportunity, right? And I have Jonte Porter starred on my sheet here. And I think this is because he's played some solid minutes, and I think he just hasn't seen his shot drop, right? Where he's going to play some minutes, and he's going to have the opportunity to play through some mistakes. And I also think this is where, you know, I don't want to say stars, but this is where guys earn their keep. This is where guys that don't play much minutes, you know, showcase what they can do, not to just their own coaches and their own front offices, but front offices across the league. And you come out with a victory here, and a guy plays that doesn't generally play much, comes out with a big game, contributes big and produces big, opens eyes, right? And then that turns into 10 minutes when the full roster is back. So there's always little opportunities and little wins if you seize the moment and take advantage of it.
Well, let's see if the Raptors can seize the moment, as you said, Javon, take advantage of it. Listen, they're playing a team that's hot right now.
Yeah.
And as you said it, pregame.
A win here counts for 2.
Yeah, this is a team that I loved last year when they were healthy, and they could not get it together come playoff time. But this team is a threat, the Clippers. They are a threat in the West. They've had another year together. Ty Lue is a terrific coach. You look at the way the pieces fit together. They're getting great play in all areas. Don't sleep on these guys.
No, not at all. And you look at the talent that they do have on this team, and you're never going to question, can they compete? Can they play? They have all the pieces there. I'm a resume guy. I'm a big resume guy, and I expect this team to have a spectacular regular season. But I want to see what they do in the playoffs, right? We've seen it's almost like a Clippers curse. They've just never been able to get over that hill, get over the hurdle. But more assists in 5 of his past 6 games. His 3-point shooting has gotten better since he's come over to this team from November. He shot 41 for 3 in December and started off January 48% from 3. But what I like also is, we always talk about big trades mid-season that don't significantly help you down, and it doesn't turn you into a championship contending team. But this trade for Harden was made early, right?
Yeah.
That gives this trade for Harden was made
Time to adjust.
Time to adjust. It gives you some runway to see what works, what isn't working. And they got off to a rough start, but that was guys getting acclimated. And Tyronn Lue's done a great job. I think I've spent some time with him at the Team USA this summer, and he's an exceptional communicator. I think for this group right here, and LeBron said it best the other day, it's Tyronn Lue's team. This is not Kawhi, this is not James, this is not Russ, this is not Paul George's team. This is Tyronn Lue's team.
Well, Ty Lue does have a championship, and we'll tell you that the Raptors will start quickly. Schroeder, Barrett, Barnes, and Thad Young. And the Raptors starting lineup, as always, brought to you by your local Ontario Subaru dealers. Hurry to your local Subaru dealer and get more out of every kilometer this fall, including more karaoke. Raptors getting set to go. They've got one more on the road. After this, they will travel up to the Wasatch Mountain Range in Salt Lake City, Utah, and take on the Jazz and conclude the road trip in Utah. But right now, a matter of the Los Angeles Clippers. Raptors will wear the white tonight. Clippers will wear the black with a little red, white, and blue trim. The LA Clippers. People of my vintage will remember this team started across the border as the Buffalo Braves. My favorite team as a kid.
Yep, that's before me, Jonesy.
It is.
I'm going to let you have that one.
It is. Leonard down low. Underneath, kicks out. Terrence Mann, corner jumper, good for three. Off and running early are the Clippers as Mann knocks it down.
Yeah, right away you get a cross screen. You're getting Kawhi on the block. And that weak side shrinking in. A great pass, straight line pass for that matter. And Terrence Mann just spotting up.
Barnes in the lane, lays it up and in. Great pass from R.J. Barrett. Scotty rolling right down Main Street. And he gives the Raptors their first bucket. 3-2 Clippers.
We're going to see a lot more of that tonight where Scotty's playing in the two-man game, setting screens and rolling to the basket.
Harden, front court. Clippers in the black, moving left to right. Harden guarded by Schroeder. Dribbles in, steps back, the jumper no good. Rebound Thad Young.
Good job by Schroeder sitting on that left hand of James Harden, forcing to a tough off-balance shot going to his right.
Here comes the Raptors, front court, right to left. Barnes down low, Thad Young, short corner jumper, got it near side, left wing. Hit the lights, Raptors up 4-3, run for the exit.
If Thad can hit that, he can really eat tonight, getting that 15, 14-foot jumper. Zubac is not going to come out there and defend him, right?
No.
So if you can continue to get those short corner jump shots, make the big fella come out and play you.
The air is way too thin out there for Zubac. Here's where he does his best work on the block. Wheels to the baseline. Far block, left side, a lefty jump hook up and in, 5-4 Clippers. Quickly back. Finds Schroeder to quickly near side. Drives on man. Stops on the block near side. Gets it to Schroeder against Paul George. Barrett on the elbow. On Harden. Floats it up and in. Harden kind of ghosting that one.
Well, that's an easy cut there. And Harden with very minimal effort gave RJ enough time to get balanced, shot fake, and put it off the glass.
6-5 Raptors, 9:45 first quarter. Zubac to man, far corner, left side, drives on quickly, gets into the lane, leans in, jumper up, got the soft roll. Clippers go up 7-6.
Yeah, that was good recovery by quickly on the two-man game, the weak side kick out. This man a little too strong in the post.
Scotty, three, near side, left wing, no good. Rebound Zubac. Outlet, here comes Harden. Up the near side, right wing. Lobs it down low. They try to get it to Paul George on Schroeder, but Schroeder jumps up, knocks it away. And the Raptors will set their defense trailing 7-6, 9:14 first quarter. First quarter brought to you by Tangerine, official bank of the Toronto Raptors and their fans. Paul George up top against Barrett. Backs off on the bounce, now drives. Barrett cuts him off 2 times. George puts his head down, fumbles it on the way up, gets it back, floats it up, no good. Rebound Schroeder.
Big time defense by RJ.
Really good.
Feet. if Paul George wants to dance with the basketball, no hands, great lateral movement by RJ in the effort.
Best advice you can have in any sport, except maybe golf, is keep moving your feet. Schroeder to Barnes. Turnaround jumper on the elbow. Got it over Harden. Raptors have done a good job. They sniffed out Austin Reeves last night. They sniffed out Steph Curry the game before. James Harden's an easy target here. Leonard, jumper, no good. Zubac with the stick back, dunks it home. Clippers up 9-8. 8:20 to go, first quarter.
That's where the Raptors are going to have to gang rebound, or you're going to put more pressure on Thad to really box out and move Zubac out of the paint when shots go up.
They call the ball out of bounds. Paul George knocked it away from Barrett. Barrett thought it was Toronto ball, and the referee said, no, it hit Barrett's hands. It'll be Clippers ball. Harden up top, just off center, far side, left wing, above the arc. Inside the arc to Zubac. Runs into Thad Young, offensive foul. Thad bounces off him, and the foul will go on Zubac.
Well, the foul, he's going to get credit for picking up the offensive foul. Good job by Thad. But where I was impressed was the help on the ball screen action, stopping the penetration of the guard, and then rotating, moving his feet with urgency to get back and take the charge.
8 minutes to go, first quarter. Raptors down 9-8. Thad Young up top. Gets it to Scotty straight away against his Florida State alum Terrence Mann. Now gets it to Schroeder. To Quickly straight away. Drives left above the arc. Now back to the right. Shot fake. Elevates the jumper. No good. He was off balance. Rebound to Harden. Here comes Harden, front court. Against Schroeder, steps back with a three, no good, long rebound. The Raptors let it go, and it goes to a flat-footed Zubac. Kawhi Leonard drives far side, bumped, floats it up from about 18 feet, gets it down, and the foul will be called on Barrett.
Yeah, there's not much you can do there. That's good defense, just a better shot. The attention has to be on the offensive rebounds. Already the Raptors have given up 2 offensive rebounds, which have led to 4 points. On this play here, you get the kick out. It gets to Kawhi. Right, he gets the and one, draws the and one on a jump shot. That really just compounds the issue there for the Raptors.
Leonard rattles down the free throw. 12-8. Clippers in front. 7:25 first quarter. Quickly front court. On the dribble. Gets it to Schroeder. Foul line extended far side right wing above the arc. Gets it to Thad Young. Has it knocked away by Paul George. Up the far side. Paul George, right hand to the middle. Now gets it down on the baseline. Leonard, drive. Kick it out, Harden. Back to George. Drives on Barnes. Pull up, jumper, under duress, no good. Nice D by Scotty on the challenge. Here comes Quickly. Front court. Gets it to Barnes. 6:50 first quarter, 12-8 Clippers. Barnes drives near side. Kicks to Barrett. 3-ball far side. Good. Splash. Clean for R.J. Barrett. And Ty Lue wants a timeout. Raptors cut it to 1 at 12-11.
Well, right now, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? And continue attacking James Harden like Scotty did right there in the ball screen. Now you have the one-on-one matchup with Zubac. Paul George shrinks the floor to help, and you're kicking out to R.J. Barrett, who's been in a rhythm from that three-point line.
6:43 first quarter, 12-11. Clippers lead the Raptors. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Love meatballs? You could have spaghetti and meatballs, but why have a dish where they're mentioned second, like an afterthought? With 2-for-1 Pizza's new meatball menu, meatballs are the star of the show with dishes like meatball pizza, with meatballs, green peppers, and red onions starting at just $11.99, or their oven-baked meatballs, baked in their classic tomato sauce topped with Italian herbs for just $10.99. Order online at 2for1pizza.com.
Whatever the weather, CMC Markets is here to help. Planning for a rainy day? Enjoy $0 commission on U.S. and Canadian share CFDs. Riding out the storm? Get ahead of the curve with lightning-fast execution speeds. Blue skies ahead? Go with the trusted broker backed by over 30 years experience. Switch to CMC Markets and join over 275,000 global traders. Learn more at cmcmarkets.ca. FX spreads apply. CFDs involve a high degree of risk. Member Canadian Investor Protection Fund. Umbrella not included.
Let's get jerseys. Let's get jerseys.
Right now, become a Tangerine client with a savings account, and you could get a free Raptors jersey.
We want jerseys.
Finally, a savings account worth cheering for.
Jerseys. Jerseys.
Find out how to score a jersey at tangerine.ca/Raptors. Tangerine. That's forward banking. Available to new clients who open and fund an eligible account while supplies last. Conditions apply.
Making your lousy commute fun. Overdrive with Hayes Noodles and the O-Dog every weekday, 4 to 7 p.m. on TSN 1050.
Clippers lead the Raptors 12-11. Los Angeles, 6:43 to go first quarter. Raptors shooting the ball pretty well right now, 5 of 7. The Clippers 5 of 10. Raptors have to be careful with the turnovers tonight. This is a dangerous team. And they're getting great play, Toronto, from the two new guys, R.J. Barrett and Emmanuel Quickley. As a matter of fact, a really good number. Most points in 5 games by any Raptor has been Kawhi Leonard. The third most points in 5 games for the Raptors in a debut has been R.J. Barrett. Clippers take it coast to coast on the inbound, and they get the layup from Terrence Mann, 14-11. Clippers. Barnes in the lane, lobs it up. Shante Porter up in a soft tip-in with the left hand. Raptors cut the lead to 1, 14-13.
Scotty delivers it perfectly, right? And Zubac tries to stop the penetration there, and Porter gets behind Zubac, elevates, and just a nice touch gracefully.
Russell Westbrook in the lane, floats it out to Paul George. Now gets it down to Zubac on the block. Backs in on Porter. Jump hook up and in. Zubac with a tough hook in the lane. Puts his arms up like he wants to foul. Everybody wants a foul these days. 16-13 Clippers. Barrett in the lane. Drives, lays it in on Kawhi Leonard. R.J. Barrett on the board. He's got 7. Raptors cut the lead to 16-15.
RJ gets a running start to that left hand. It's night-night, right?
Leonard underneath, reverse layup, no good, but the foul on Shante Porter. And that will send Kawhi Leonard to the line. Raptors defense a little bit leaky on the inside there, Javon.
Yeah, and you know, this is also where you talk about guys' IQ level, right? RJ, the play before, RJ gets that running start downhill to his left hand. And Kawhi knows he's beat, right? He doesn't foul or try and even contest that, because at that point, you're jeopardizing and one opportunity, and one situation. Comes down the other end, and Porter, and again, Porter's playing with a bit more urgency because he's fighting for minutes as well. But Kawhi gets inside positioning, and behind you, you're out of position, and you pretty much foul him with your backside.
17-15, Clippers by 2. Leonard makes the first free throw, knocks down the second one. He's got 5, and it's a 3-point LA lead. 5:30 first quarter. Quickly drives into the lane, kicks it to Trent up top. Scotty on the bounce against Terrence Mann. Finds a cutting R.J. Barrett in the lane, floats it up, back rim, no good. Great execution, no finish. Westbrook drives, lays it up near side, no good. Rebound Toronto, long outlet Gary Trent. Drives near side, finds Porter, swings it to Barrett. Corner 3 in the air, no good. Rebound Zubac. Here comes Westbrook right up the middle of the floor. Drives on Barnes, lay it up and in. Russell Westbrook on the board. Clippers ahead 20-15. Quickly gets it to Trent. Out there with Barnes, Barrett, and Porter. Scotty, 3 balls straight away, no good. They went underneath, gave him the opening, but he couldn't knock it down.
Yeah, a good look there. He still wants Scotty to take those shots and a good read. But this is also where the Raptors have to be careful, because Russell Westbrook checks into this game, and now the Clippers, they're playing a completely different style of basketball. When he checks in, it's going to be more up pace, more fast tempo like it's the first attempts at the basket. So now you got to really stop this team in transition.
2015 Clippers, biggest lead of the game at 5. They're looking for more. In the block, they come left to right. Paul George up top, fouled by Barrett as he tried to fight over the screen of Zubac. And
I'm okay with guys fighting over screen.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Be aggressive. Nothing wrong with that.
Be aggressive, and you also wear the screener down, right? The next time he comes to set his screen, he's going to kind of give you an angle to get over. He doesn't want to feel that shoulder in his chest.
And that time they got Gary Trent. Same thing. Zubac with the screen. He is a big old body.
Yep.
And Trent trying to fight over. And this is, you know, I would say old school, but traditional type defense that Darko once played. We're not just going to switch because that's your guy. Hold him.
Hold him.
Stick him.
Fight over screen.
Yeah.
Communicate. Little help.
Stick him. That's your responsibility. When he scores, I'm coming for you.
You know what I like to call it, Jonesy? Guard your yard.
Guard your yard. Leonard. Foul line jumper, good. Shakes McDaniels and knocks it down. 22-15 Clippers by 7.
So tight and efficient
Yes.
with his movements, right? Right to left there, right at the free throw line, and just created the space, just enough of an angle to shoot it over McDaniels.
Quickly shot is blocked on the drive. Knocked out of bounds by Kawhi Leonard. It'll stay Raptor ball, trailing by 7, 3:52, first quarter. Baseline right, near side. McDaniels to inbound. Gets it to Porter in the lane. Kicks it back out. Norman Powell in the game, guarding the guy he was traded for, Gary Trent. Trent kicks it out. Porter up fake. Foul line jumper. Got the roll. Jonte Porter, cool, calm with the basketball. Gets the roll, cuts the lead. 22-17 Clippers.
Great recognition as well. Sees Zubac under the rim guarding Garrett Temple. He's not going to drive on top of the defense. Okay, I'm going to stop and pop. Take this little 10-footer.
Zubac in the lane has the pass deflected. They kick it far side. Amir Coffey, the pass to Zubac tipped away. Norman Powell, 3 up top, no good. Rebound McDaniels. How about this lineup for the Raptors? Porter quickly, McDaniels, Trent, and Garrett Temple. Trent jumper up top, got it clean for Gary, straight through. Raptors hanging tough, taking some blows and punching back. 22-19 Clippers, under 3 minutes first quarter. Raptors in the zone. Leonard mid-post jumper in and out near side. Rebound Porter. Outlet quickly. Far side right wing. Quickly on the bounce. Against Norman Powell. Works left to the middle. Gets into the lane. Foul line. Goes airborne. Finds Porter. Jumper in the air. No good. Had a good look. Here comes LA. Westbrook. On the bounce against McDaniels. Drives. Gets to the hoop. Lays it in. Timeout Toronto. 24-19 Clippers. Westbrook still got that change of speed. Gets to the cup.
And to think about all the years that he's played, right, in his 16th year, 6'4", and he has that younger McDaniels on him, just blows right by him, takes away the angle. He's so strong, protecting himself. UCLA product.
Let's take a break. 2:22 first quarter, 24-19. Clippers by 5. This is Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
People often ask me how fast I am. Oh, 1 sec. I just went to Bali and back. I'm also fast when it comes to helping people. Like when I helped Bill. His company vehicles were being serviced, and I was able to help him with a business loan. He got the transport trucks they needed, and I got to honk the horn. All of them.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
LG Home Comfort has an unbelievable offer. A free heat pump that heats and cools your home. That's right. You get a pump, you get a pump, and you get a pump. LG Home Comfort is making heat pumps free. Just pay the HST. Normally this would cost thousands, but LG Home Comfort has dropped the price of a heat pump with install to the same price as the rebate. But the guaranteed rebate is ending soon, so call today. 1-855-725-PUMP. That's 1-855-725-PUMP. or visit lghomecomfort.ca.
There's no escaping it, whether your business is local, regional, or global. In today's faster-paced and more complex business environment, management and leadership skills are fundamental to success. Business owners must lead their organization, sales managers must lead their sales teams, and sales professionals must lead their clients and prospects. For over 18 years, TrainWest Management and Consulting has helped business professionals develop, expand, and refine their management and sales skills. If you're deadly serious about improving your skills, go to trainwest.ca.
TSN 1050. Listen anywhere. Stream your favorite shows on your smart speaker. Simply tell your smart speaker to listen to TSN 1050 everywhere you want it.
24-19, Clippers leading. 2:22 to go first quarter. First quarter brought to you by Tangerine, official bank of the Toronto Raptors and their fans. Paul Jones, Javon Shepard here. Jim Taddy, Josh Lewenberg, you'll hear from them at halftime. And behind the glass, our guys keeping us on the air, Owen Hall and Cameron Moore. Hanging tight right now are the Raptors. Javon, undermanned. No Pascal Siakam. No Jakob Poeltl. And Darko Rajakovic going deep into the bench, dusting off Garrett Temple and Thad Young, second straight night with the start.
This is going to be a long game, right? 5-point game right now, but you're going deep into your bench, short man, and there's not going to be much room for error tonight with these guys.
Trent drives, takes the contact in the lane, scoops it up and in. 24-21, Raptors cut the lead to 3, 2 minutes to go, first quarter. Norm Powell, front court to Kawhi Leonard. On the elbow, far side, Raptors double team him. Kicks it into the corner, Westbrook, 3, no good. 3 Raptors on the glass, McDaniels has it. Off to Schroeder. He brings it front court. Raptors down 3, minute 40 to go. Working for a good shot. Porter to Schroeder, up top. Back to Porter on Westbrook. Drives, gets into the lane, kicks to Temple, corner 3, good. Garrett Temple ties the game in the bottom of the well for the veteran. Game tied at 24.
Love to see that for him, but Porter also has to be confident right now, just play. He had Russell Westbrook on him, and everybody on the court was saying, listen, you got the mismatch. Take him to the post and just dominate. He made a great play for the kick out to Temple and a good knockdown. But if there's a mismatch and you have the size advantage on the court right now, punish these guys.
Go to work.
Go to work, eat. This is where, and I mentioned it before, this is where you earn your keeps. But a lot of things he does, you can see the right intention, but he's just overthinking the game. You can see the wheels turning. He's a split second late. But as far as tools, as far as ability, it's there.
Yeah.
You got to just hoop. And this is the perfect game just to hoop.
You know that you've got a long leash, and you're going to get a chance to do it. So go do it. Kawhi Leonard fouled by Jonte Porter. Kawhi goes to the line, makes a free throw. Second one also down. Your running total on free throws right now, Clippers 5, Raptors none. Kawhi Leonard, all 5 free throws for the Clippers. Schroeder to Porter. 26-24 LA, minute to go, first quarter. Schroeder up top, on the bounce, drives at Tice, lays it up and in. That's like practice in Germany. 26 apiece. Back comes Westbrook. Lay it up. No good. Here come the Raptors on the run. Trent near side. 3 in the air. Bang, bang in the bottom of the well. Gary Trent Jr. gives Toronto a 29-26 lead. Biggest lead of the game for the Raptors. Westbrook front court. On the bounce against Schroeder. Kicks it to Tice in the lane, and he's fouled. The Raptors converge on him. Javon, they're not letting anything easy go tonight.
Yeah, at all. And, one thing I got to credit this second unit for right now, everybody, look at the body language, and everybody's just playing free, right? No guys worried about minutes, no guys looking over at the bench or worried about what play is being called or who's getting the basketball. And this is keeping them in the game, right? And you're playing, the second unit is playing against Westbrook, playing against Kawhi Leonard, right? So they're also managing the tempo and the pace that I mentioned earlier when Westbrook comes into the game that this Clippers team plays with.
29-28. Free throws good from Daniel Tice. Raptors with a 1-point lead. And Norman Powell called on the foul against Gary Trent Jr. The personal foul count, 2 for the Clippers. I'm just reading numbers. 6 fouls on the Raptors, 2 on the Clippers. Now, Raptors are small, primarily a perimeter team tonight, but they do have 16 of their 28 in the paint. Schroeder drives, loses the handle, loses his balance and the ball. 10 seconds to go, first quarter. Leonard back against Garrett Temple. Raptors go at Leonard, double team him, has to kick it out to Powell. They get it out of his hands. Powell drives, step back over McDaniels for 3, no good. And that's the way the quarter ends. You can see the strategy, Javon. Certain guys get the ball, you jump them with double teams. And the Raptors have a 1-point lead after the first lap of the track.
Also attack Harden when he's on the floor. And the Raptors have done a good job as well, just sharing the basketball. 9 guys have played. You're shooting 65% against a team that typically holds teams to 45, just under 46%, 5th in the league. So keep rolling. 3 more quarters to go.
29-28 Raptors, second quarter. When we come back, you're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball across the TSN radio network.
A big win and a bigger impact. When you play the MLSE Foundation 50-50 jackpot, you support the kids and the future Raptors of tomorrow. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. Will this season include you? The only way to find out is if you play. Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
There are many peculiar words in the English language. Words like salivigant, paragranate, nemophilus, peripatetic, and conviviality. Yet, there is no word for getting the most out of winter in your Subaru, thanks to symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and X-Mode. Until now. We call it unhibernate, as in while your neighbors stay home, you'll be unhibernating all winter in your Subaru. So paragranate to your local Subaru dealer today, and welcome to uncommon winter confidence.
Not meeting new people during the COVID lockdown is why engagement ring sales were soft for 3 years.
Which explains why diamond prices are so low worldwide.
Now that the lockdown has been over for 39 months, we set a new record for engagement ring sales in December.
Just like you said we would. Valentine's Day is on the way.
A great time to get engaged.
Diamond prices are still low, low, low.
Why settle for a smaller diamond when you can get a bigger one for the same price?
Spence, located in Vaughan, Scarborough, and Mississauga.
First up with Korolnik and Koliakovo. Weekday morning 6 till 10 on TSN 1050.
You ain't first, you're last.
Second quarter about to start in Toronto. Second quarter brought to you by Alpine Credits. Do you own your home and need a loan? Alpine Credits can help. Get approved at alpinecredits.ca. 29-28. Raptors with a 1-point lead. And they are undermanned tonight, but so far, hanging tight.
Raptors ball here. I'd like to see Gary Trent Jr. get a look. 7 points already for him. Hasn't missed a shot.
Underneath, the Raptors out of the timeout. Find McDaniels on a great cut.
Even better.
On the weak side, McDaniels comes clean and gets a layup. 31-28, Raptors by 3.
Iverson cut. Gary Trent Jr. send the back screen. Defense falls asleep, and McDaniels ready.
Powell up top. The 3 no good. Rebound Tice. Kicks it out. Amir Coffey 3 no good. Rebound Trent. Outlet Schroeder. Up the far side. Right wing. Raptors in right. Right to left. Schroeder jumper no good. Rebound knocked away. Out of bounds. It goes off Tice. It'll be Toronto ball. Baseline right. Far side.
If Schroeder gets that shot, he's got to take it every time. In transition, ball screen, and James Harden falls asleep behind Porter on the screen. Of course he's going to die on the screen. All right, you take it. It's a wide open shot.
Porter takes the inbound, gets it to Trent between the rings. Works right with a Porter screen. Trent into the lane. Floater in the air, in and out, tipped up and in by Porter. They put Harden in the meat grinder, and defense had to come up and help. That freed Porter for the tip.
And again, Tice is going to step up to contest those jump shots, and Porter just has to be ready, whether his hands are ready for layups or putbacks.
Amir Coffey with the lay-in. They almost had the steal on Tice. He finds Coffey, though. 33-30 Toronto. 10:45 first half. Trent near side. Gets it to Porter. On the lob to Trent. Kicks it to Temple, far side. Now to Schroeder. Up top, Porter steps into a three and knocks it down in the bottom of the well. He was prepared, Javon. He stepped into that with confidence and conviction.
Well, he's played a couple minutes right now. He's got a couple tip-ins, and you'd be surprised at how much those offensive tip-ins and just seeing the ball go through the hoop gives you a little confidence. You trust yourself a bit more. You walk in, you step into that three. That's 9 points for him, 3 rebounds.
36-30 Toronto. Clippers miss. Here come the Raptors. 10 minutes to go. First half. Schroeder drives, and they've got the foul. I think it's going to go on Porter. Yep, they got Porter on an illegal screen as Schroeder was coming downhill, Javon. They wipe it out.
Yeah, the tough one here is that Porter's going to pick up this foul, but it's also, Schroeder's got to read and allow him to set the screen or get out of the way, because he was in motion as Schroeder was getting downhill, and he tried to stop midway to set the screen, and, you're going to get called for the moving one.
So the Raptors turn it over, an empty trip, but they do have a 6-point lead, largest of the game, 36-30. Paul George against McDaniels, into the lane, leans on him, floats it up and in. Tough move by the veteran, Paul George. Here comes Schroeder up the far side, right wing. Raptors in the white, moving right to left. Trent, far side. Front of the Clipper bench, now backs out onto the Crypto.com writing. McDaniels can't squeeze the ball. Finally, it's knocked away, and he picks it up, gets it to Schroeder. Drives at Harden. And Schroeder, upset, felt his arm was grabbed as he beat Harden on the bounce. Back comes Harden. Same thing happens. Harden tries to sweep through. Contact, no foul call. Garrett Temple on the drive has it blocked. Here comes Coffey to Harden. 3-ball near side, good. 36-35, the Clippers cut it to 1. Nine minutes, first half. Schroeder up top to Boucher. Back to Schroeder on Harden. Kicks it to Trent, far side, steps into a three. A long one, no good. Rebound. Here come the Clippers looking for the lead. Harden, front court. Right side, near wing, above the arc. Clippers in the black. Harden gets it to Paul George. Pull up, elbow jumper, no good. Rebound, Temple. Here comes Schroeder. Quick hit ahead to Trent. In the corner, drives baseline. Kicks it to Boucher. 3-ball in the air, no good. Here comes Paul George. Back for the Clippers. 8:20 first half. 1-point Raptor lead. Powell up top. And coming around the screen from Paul George, Garrett Temple met him on the other side, and he will take the foul.
This is where, you're watching this Clippers team go and how they're attacking. I mentioned it before, high isolation team, high usage in the isolation. And the Raptors are doing a good job of defending those one-on-one actions, moving their feet, shrinking the floor, and helping. But it's on the other end, right? If you're getting those stops, you've also got to put the ball in the hoop, especially in a game like this where those possessions are even more valuable.
Clipper ball straight away, 8-10 first half. Paul George into the lane, floats it up, blocked from behind by Scotty Barnes. Barrett stood in to engage a driving Paul George. Barnes back in the lane, finds Barrett, lays it up and in. Barrett came right down beside him on his left, and Scotty dropped it off like a handoff. RJ lays it in. Raptors 38-35, 9 for Barrett.
What a nightmare for Kofi. Wrong place, wrong time. You have Scotty attacking you, then you have RJ coming down like a freight train. He didn't know what to do.
Tice travels at the other end, so that turns it over and gives it back to Toronto. Raptors with the lead, 38-35, 7:40. first half, quickly into the ball game. And they've got a foul on the Clippers. Either Amir Coffey or James Harden. Somebody was holding Scotty Barnes like a grudge.
That high ball screen at the top of the key is what the Raptors are trying to get either Harden on the mismatch in the one-on-one with the primary ball handler, or if he switches and has Scotty on him. Now Scotty has the opportunity to attack with the smaller defender at the free throw line.
Quickly guarded by Terrence Mann. Straight away, Raptors in the white, right to left. Boucher straddling the arc, near side left wing, gets it to Quickly. Back to Boucher, drives in the lane, has it knocked away by Paul George. Harden drives at Scotty Barnes, lays it up and in, got his chest on him, closed the space, and the Clippers have a 38-37 lead. Back comes Toronto. Barnes tries to lob it to Boucher, it's knocked away. Terrence Mann floats it up, and the dunk by Amir Coffey. Timeout, Toronto. Clippers up 41-38.
Good timeout. Right now, you want to stop the run, stop the bleed, and get this crowd out of it. There's two tough offensive plays for the Raptors, and Clippers have got out. They ran. Now you get an alley-oop for Kofi. Right? You want to slow down this momentum, control the game, control the possession.
Clippers with the lead. Let's take a break. 41-38 LA, 7:09 until halftime. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Whatever the weather, CMC Markets is here to help. Planning for a rainy day? Enjoy $0 commission on U.S. and Canadian share CFDs. Riding out the storm? Get ahead of the curve with lightning-fast execution speeds. Blue skies ahead? Go with the trusted broker backed by over 30 years experience. Switch to CMC Markets and join over 275,000 global traders. Learn more at cmcmarkets.ca. FX spreads apply. CFDs involve a high degree of risk. Member Canadian Investor Protection Fund. Umbrella not included.
Hi, it's Randy Hanatko, founder of Train West Online Academy. Stop selling features and benefits. This technique is not effective today. Features and benefits don't convince people to buy. Emotions do. Becoming an expert in asking good questions and listening to the answers is your key to success in sales, not barfing out features and benefits. For 18 years, we've been training professional salespeople to reach their full potential. If you're deadly serious about increasing your sales and profits, go to trainwest.ca to learn more. Trainwest.ca.
TSN 1050. Listen anywhere. Stream us on iHeartRadio, the TSN app, or on Apple CarPlay. TSN 1050. Everywhere you want it.
(39-38). Clippers by a point. I gave them credit for a basket that the scorekeeper had already put up on the ledger. So it's a 1-point Clippers lead, 7:09 to go, first half, 39-38. Toronto, undermanned, no Siakam, no Pirtle, but getting decent play off the bench. Outscoring the Clippers bench 21-10, 9 for Jonte Porter, 7 for Gary Trent Jr., 3 for Garrett Temple, and a deuce for Jalen McDaniels. Raptors trying to hang tight. This is one of those where if it was a fight, Javon, you'd punch and hold and kill time and try to score some points with the judges and clutch and grab again. Raptors doing that right now. Quickly up top. Has it knocked away. It goes off quickly, out of bounds. Paul George with the quick hands.
Yeah, and quickly has to understand that teams are going to be on that, right? They've seen the Raptors have success, especially coming out of quarters, coming out of timeouts, him setting that flex cut and coming out the exit, right? They're on that. They're playing that, not allowing him to get any open shots.
On the lob, Paul George jams it down. 41-38 Clippers. Back comes quickly, drives far side right wing, banks it home from about 6 feet. Raptors cut the lead to 41-40. George up top to Tice, kick it out. Harden, drive in the lane, kicks it to the corner. Coffee three, no good. Rebound, Barnes. Front court, here come the Raptors. Looking for the lead. Barrett, Euro step, kicks it into the corner. Thad Young, three, no good. Rebound knocked away, out of bounds. Everybody pointing every which direction, and Leon Wood, the 1984 Olympic gold medalist on the basketball team for the U.S., who's now a referee, says it's Toronto ball. What a team that was. Michael Jordan, Patrick Ewing, Sam Perkins. First round draft picks, Alvin Robertson, Joe Klein, Jeff Turner. Like, they were a powerhouse. And they actually beat Canada in the semifinals, the USA, and Canada lost a tough bronze medal match to Yugoslavia. Michael Jordan, the first of a couple of gold medals. 41-40 Clippers, 6 minutes to go. Quickly in the lane, drives, gives Toronto the lead, 42-41. Curls and gets into the lane, near side to far side. Raptors with the lead.
Like his aggressiveness, right? After that hit by Paul George, his next two plays have been really assertive.
Deep three from James Harden goes down. Clippers back in front, 44-42. Barrett, far side, above the arc, right wing to Young. Now to Scotty. On the bounce, into the lane against Paul George. Leans on him, backs off, and banks home a 10-footer. Paul George looked at Tony Brothers. Tony said, this is big man's league.
Yeah.
You take that little bump, keep playing. Good no call there.
Great no call. Scotty doing a good job as well. You can see the improvement in his handle and working in tight spaces there, slowing it down, using his 6'7" wingspan, getting the bump, and all the time in the world because he can just elevate over anybody.
Kawhi Leonard, three straight away, rattles it down, stare down jumper.
That's a good player.
On quickly, 47-44 Clippers, under 5 minutes, second quarter. Barrett into the lane, great pass to Boucher on the baseline, can't squeeze it. Gets it to quickly, underneath, Thad Young with the jam. Old Man River up with two hands for safety. Raptors cut the lead to 47-46. 4:35 first half.
Oh, he punched this one today. He saved his legs yesterday on that fast break. Got himself a layup, but you can see it here, like you mentioned, Old Man River still has some fresh legs there.
Clippers missed the three. Back comes Barrett in the lane. Challenges Zubats. Puts it up, no good. But they say stay here as Harden on the rebound. Pushed Boucher out of the way. And it'll be Raptors basketball. Now Tony Brothers explaining to Paul George, listen, man, youngster just leaned in and gave you some. I'm not calling a foul on that.
It's funny you mentioned that because I'm getting the impression, just reading the body language by the Clippers right now, that they didn't come into this game really respecting the Raptors, right? And I imagine, obviously, it's human nature. You see Pascal sitting. You know the short man don't have Pirtle. You're thinking, okay, this is going to be sweet. This is going to be a cakewalk. But right now, RJ, right now, Scotty, Emmanuel, quickly, they're doing whatever they want, penetrating and getting into the paint.
Quickly in the paint, gets it to Schroeder. Shot fake, drives on Harden, floats it up, score it. Raptors in front, 48-47. James Harden like the pigeon right now. That's what they call it on some teams, called the weak defender on the scouting report, the pigeon. Why? Because you shoot at the pigeon. Leonard in the lane. Fall away jumper, good. Man, so tough. Kawhi with the Fat Joe special. Lean back. 49-48 Clippers. Back come the Raptors. Quickly floats it up and in. Toronto says, give us the lead back at 50-49, 3:40 first half. George to man, down low. Zubats kicks it out. Paul George, three straight away. No good. It hit the top of the backboard twice, that ledge. Back come the Raptors, 1 point lead. Schroeder on Zubats. Gets it to Quickly, back to Schroeder. Quickly says, you got that big guy, you go to work. Schroeder steps back, three in the air, in and out. A win for Zubats, didn't get blown by, said take the three. Leonard, foul line jumper over Schroeder. That looked easy.
Yeah.
51-50. Leonard with 16 first half points. Raptors great backdoor. Schroeder lays it in. What a pass from Thad Young. Raptors by 1, 52-51. Timeout, Ty Lue. And I'm sure he's looking at his guys, Javon, like you saying, fellas, this is not going to be easy.
Well, you're playing with this group right now. You're playing 5-out basketball. You have Zubac matched up on Young. So there's nobody really in the paint because he has to respect him. Has to respect Thad Young out at the perimeter. Great backdoor cut. And that's an easy layup. Nice delivery.
52-51 Raptors. Let's take a break. 2:51 first half. This is Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
Love is in the air. Frank and Marge's daughter is getting married. They want to help with the wedding, but need to organize their finances. With a debt consolidation loan and my telekinesis, I help them consolidate their bills. I promise I won't crash the wedding, but I am free that weekend.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved.
Just for license 12616. Ontario is building up our nursing workforce. Since 2018, over 60,000 new nurses have registered to work in Ontario. Last year alone, Ontario added 15,000 new nurses, a record year. Across the province, there's another 30,000 nursing students in school. We're investing millions in new programs that pay for nurses' schooling, books, and equipment, and attracting highly trained nurses from around the world by breaking down barriers so they can get to work sooner. See all the ways we're connecting you to care. Ontario.ca/yourhealth. Paid for by the Government of Ontario.
Have you wanted to speak a new language but thought it would be too difficult or time-consuming? Then it's time to try Babbel. Babbel works because it's built around real life. It teaches you practical conversations that you will actually use. So with just 15 minutes a day, you'll be on your way to speaking in a new language in just a few weeks. Babbel, language for life. Right now, Babbel is offering radio listeners 55% off their subscription. Visit babbel.com/radio. That's BABBEL.com/radio for 55% off.
Overdrive, Toronto's favorite way to drive home. Weekdays 4 to 7 on TSN 1050.
Well. Some might get the impression that the LA Clippers are just running on the shoulder of the Raptors in this race, waiting to use a final kick at the end, but the Raptors don't care. They have the lead, and they're up 52-51, 2:51 to go first half. You'll hear from Jim Taddy and Josh Lewenberg at halftime. Paul Jones, Javon Shepard here, Owen Hall, Cameron Moore, keeping us on the air behind the glass.
I'm going to throw something out at you. I'm on the free throw count watch.
Okay.
7 attempts and makes for Clippers. You take a stab at how many for the Raptors?
As many as you.
You and I. 0.
You had to throw me in there with the 0, didn't you?
You and I. 0.
Zubac's in the lane. They swing it around. Norm Powell, 3, no good. Rebound, Scotty Barnes. Raptors keeping the Clippers on the outside. I mean, the Clippers are shooting 50% at 20 of 40, but the Raptors 60% at 24 of 40. Barrett in the lane on Norm Powell. Kick it out. Schroeder, 3, in and out. Rebound, Zubac. Here comes Harden, front court. Again, Schroeder. Machine gun dribble, now backs out on the Clippers logo at center. Finds Zubac in the lane, kicks it into the corner. Powell, shot fake. One dribble pull up, no good. Rebound, Barnes. Long outlet to Barrett. Harden took it away. Like a receiver running up field, looking back. The defender stepped into the lane. Leonard drive. Fall away jumper, no good. Rebound. Zubac floats it up and in. Clippers in front, 53-52. 125 first half. Quickly on the bounce. Near side. Gets it to Schroeder between the rings. Drives and gets the shoulder, the left shoulder into Kawhi Leonard. Throws the head back, gets the contact, and Leonard kind of slaps Schroeder on the back saying, you got me. I was a little too close, and I knew you were coming with that. So Schroeder going to get the first 2 free throw attempts for the Raptors with 1:14 to go in the half. That said, Javon, I don't think the officiating has been egregiously one-sided.
No, not at all.
Westbrook in, Harden out. Schroeder on the line. Second free throw down. The Raptors take a 1-point lead, 54-53. Raptors playing the zone, declaring matchups. Leonard up top, 3 on the angle, short, long rebound, back to the Clippers. You get the miss, you got to squeeze it. Thad Young steps in, makes the interception, finds quickly, lays it up, no good. Rebound tipped away. Here comes Los Angeles. Terrence Mann on the run, quickly runs him down. I mean, he was hauling butt getting back, knocked it out of bounds. It'll be LA ball, but good for Emmanuel Quickly, missing a layup and not hanging his head. Clippers inbound. They get it to Kawhi Leonard up top. 40 seconds first half. Raptors by 1, 54-53. Double comes at Kawhi. He gives it up. Powell works far side, gets the bump on Quickly. And Norman Powell will go to the line. There was contact. Powell played through it, but certainly drew the referee's attention to it. The General, as I used to call him in Toronto, Norman Powell, because he's always in control when he's on the floor. Knocks down the first free throw.
It was tough to see him go, especially
really
how emotional he was about it. I think of all the players that have been traded, he was probably the most expressive. And, I still have that image in my mind, just seeing him say bye to everybody, hug. Yep. Everybody was in tears.
Yep, came to Toronto, developed, and was a big part of the championship run. Now plying his trade for the Clippers. 55-54, LA, 20 seconds. Schroeder in the air, knocks it down and is fouled. An and one attempt for Dennis Schroeder. Uses the screen, gets a foot in the paint. The 12-footer goes down, and he'll go to the line for one more.
Yeah, and I'd mentioned that earlier, that Schroeder has to continue to take those shots. And I know analytics will say that's not the best shot in the game and, try and steer you away from that. But when you're coming off of those screens and, when it's Zubac and he doesn't want to come out, fine. That's a great shot to take. You have all the space in the world. You come off this double screen, this double drag here, and there's confusion between Russell Westbrook and Terrence Mann. Don't force the issue, right? You don't need to force the issue and try and get downhill and try and get to the rim or, sidestep back out to the three. No, stop and pop.
Take what the defense gives you.
Look at what Kawhi does.
Yeah.
He takes 2 dribbles to a spot, and he elevates vertically in the air. Shot.
Schroeder free throw good. Raptors with a 2-point lead, 57-55. Last possession time for the Clippers, 20 seconds first half. Raptors slow walking it right now to a 2-point lead as they sit in the zone. Schroeder in his chair in front of Paul George. Gets it to Leonard, mid-post, kicks it far side. Powell, step back, 3, good. Clippers take a 1-point lead, 58-57. Raptors inbound, it's knocked away. Clippers can't get a shot, and that's the way the half ends. LA 58, Toronto 57.
And that was a great effort in this first half here. You go down, 1 point going into half after a tough shot by Powell on the sideline there. Sidestep, fade away, knock down 3. That's tough, right? If you go into the half down 1 off of that shot, you should be happy about what you've done. And Darko should be proud about this team, proud of the effort amongst these guys. But you got to come back out in this 24 more minutes. And I mentioned it earlier, Jonesy, there's going to be a very, very short room, or little room, rather, for error in that second half.
58-57, Clippers by 1. It's halftime at Crypto.com Arena. Jim Taddy, Josh Lewenberg up next. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball across the TSN radio network.
Love meatballs? You could have spaghetti and meatballs, but why have a dish where they're mentioned second, like an afterthought? With 2-for-1 Pizza's new meatball menu, meatballs are the star of the show with dishes like meatball pizza, with meatballs, green peppers, and red onions starting at just $11.99, or their classic meatball sandwich on 6-inch toasted garlic bread smothered in classic tomato sauce and mozzarella from just $9.99. Order online at 2for1pizza.com.
Hey, Raptor fans, what's better than the team winning on the court? A win for the kids and a win for you. When you play the MLSE Foundation 50-50 jackpot, you help communities get kids and youth off the sidelines and onto the court. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. Will you be a winner this season? Only one way to know. Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
LG Home Comfort has an unbelievable offer. A free heat pump that heats and cools your home. That's right. You get a pump, you get a pump, and you get a pump. LG Home Comfort is making heat pumps free. Just pay the HST. Normally this would cost thousands, but LG Home Comfort has dropped the price of a heat pump with install to the same price as the rebate. But the guaranteed rebate is ending soon, so call today. 1-855-725-PUMP. That's 1-855-725-PUMP. Or visit lghomecomfort.ca.
Callum, which ad are we recording?
The one about setting a new record for engagement ring sales in December.
I've got it. Are you ready?
Hello, little brother.
Fiona?
Cal, who do you have here with you?
This is Michael. He just...
Cal? Your name is Cal?
No, sir. Not to you. He is Cal only to me. To you, he is Callum.
Hello, I'm Michael.
I'll get to you in a moment.
Fiona, I didn't know you were coming.
You didn't get my email?
I got the one that said you had a big surprise for me coming.
Oh, Cal, you've got to pay attention to punctuation, Michael. Would you read aloud this email on my cell phone?
Cal, big surprise, period. Coming, exclamation point. Call me, period. Fiona.
Oh.
Callum, you should have called your sister.
Now that we have that mystery solved, I'll go downstairs and meet your people while you boys record your messages to the world.
Spence, located in Vaughan, Scarborough, and Mississauga.
90% of people who need something done by a lawyer make this confusing mistake. They start by looking for a lawyer. Start smarter. Search directly for what you need done at Vexit.com. Through their online legal and accounting marketplace, you'll find everything from incorporating a business to marital agreements. Access over 100 services. The best part? No nonsense, fixed prices, stated up front. Go to Vexit.com and find the right professional. That's VEXXIT.com.
Tangerine Raptors basketball is on TSN 1050. The Raptors live here.
And at the half, it's 58-57 for the Clippers. Entertaining, exciting first half of basketball action. This is Raptors at the half. Jim Taddy, Josh Lewinberg, and Warren Ward with you. Warren, I thought the Raptors really moved that ball around quickly, fast, and if they could just cut back on the turnovers, this could be a different story.
I mean, down 1 point on the road, second game of a back-to-back. I don't think there's any complaints. 18 assists on 25 made field goals, shooting 58%. Good numbers for the Raptors. I think they've done a really good job getting to the basket and establishing points in the paint, moving the basketball, and you're seeing the bench contribute. In fact, the bench came in and pretty much changed the entire complexity of the game, especially in the first quarter. I mean, there's a lot of good to be taken away from what they're doing. 32 points in the paint. The question is, can it be sustained? Can they limit the Clippers? Because the Clippers were in rhythm, and you saw a lot of their stars start to exploit the Raptors, and especially Kawhi Leonard and James Harden. So, those two guys in particular, you got to pay attention to them. It's tough to stop a team with, 4 guys that are all going to be in the Hall of Fame. But so far with this lineup, I don't think people would expect that to happen, but they've done a very good job.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the Raptors are up against it tonight from a size standpoint, from a talent standpoint, going up against one of the hottest teams in the league, if not the hottest team in the league. But I've been really impressed so far. Obviously, the margin for error is small given the circumstances and the level of competition. The guys that are out of the lineup, second night of a back-to-back and all of that. And listen, the Raptors haven't been perfect, but I do think, like, whatever mistakes they've made, you overcome a lot of that just based on the effort that they're putting out there right now. And that, to me, is what stands out, not just over the last 24 minutes, but pretty much since the trade. Is the Raptors have had to deal with injuries and the officiating controversies and wins and losses and working in the new guys, but they've overcome that, or at least to this point they have, just simply by the sheer effort, playing hard, and as Dwayne Casey used to say, playing with a pure heart, like doing the right things, playing for each other, moving the ball, as Warren mentioned. I like a lot of the things that they're doing on both ends of the floor, and I like the fact that they're getting a lot of guys involved. You're going to need it. You knew they were going to need it tonight without Pascal Siakam and Jakob Poeltl. You're asking a lot from a few guys that you haven't had to rely on very much this year. Jontay Porter, of course, signed to a two-way deal just a few weeks ago and has kind of been thrust into the rotation here. He's given them some really good minutes. Thad Young getting his second straight spot start after barely playing to start the year. Garrett Temple, if I'm not mistaken, these are his first non-garbage time minutes of the season. And all of these guys, just about everyone that's seen the floor tonight, with the exception of maybe Chris Boucher, 9 out of the 10 guys are contributing at a pretty high level.
Warren, I want to go to Jontay Porter because you've talked about him a couple of times on previous broadcasts. And Kayla did a really nice piece on the TV broadcast about talking about a conversation with him and how Coach Darko believes in him. And then Jack, of course, with the ultimate line, Brendan Malone clip saying that, you're as good as the coach believes you to be. And Porter is certainly getting support here, isn't he?
I think when a guy that is trying to make the NBA. First of all, he dealt with 2 significant knee injuries in the same knee. Tore his ACL twice on 2 separate occasions in a span of like 6 months. Came back from that, saw him in the G League. First game I seen him play, 21 points. He had 5 threes in the first half. He can shoot the basketball. He gets up and down the floor well, and well enough at this level. He's 6'10", 6'11-ish. And he's relishing in the moment. And that's really all you can ask for. 9 minutes he's played, has 9 points. And he finds himself, like I said, in the right positions. He's a willing passer. That's something that I think goes overlooked for a guy who can shoot the ball that well. He off the bench right now, he's leading the team in assists. So he has 2 assists in this first half in his 9 minutes of play. He, again, finds himself in the right position in the right times. And that's something that's not teachable. I think he has a really good feel for the game, and I'm personally just really happy for him. I think guys like this who have been itching to get into the NBA now has a chance. As he said, 30 days ago he was on a bus somewhere playing in Detroit in the G League, and now he finds himself on the Raptors. And by all accounts, he probably will be with the team the rest of the season. I do not expect him to see him at any of the G League games. He deserves a spot on this Raptors team, and they can use him, and they're seeing why. I mean, the spacing on the floor, he does a really good job of doing that.
Yeah, there's an opportunity here, even when Jakob Poeltl gets back with Precious Achiuwa in the trade, obviously, to New York. There's a need here for a backup big, and he's fit in perfectly. What you love about a guy like that who's obviously getting an opportunity here and wants to prove himself is he's not overdoing it. He's not getting onto the floor and like, hey, look at me, look at all the things that I can do. He's letting the game come to him. He's finding his fit in the lineup, in the rotation. And yeah, I mean, obviously it helps that the shot is falling today. 9 points, just one off of his career high that he set a few days ago. But even when he's not scoring, like there are games that he's played over the last couple of weeks where he's been scoreless, and I've still been impressed because of all the things that Warren mentioned. Just the natural feel for the game. He's making the right reads, the right passes, the right decisions. He gets it. And a guy like that, like there's in the NBA, unless you're one of those like superstar talents, like it comes down a lot of times to just fit and opportunity, right place in the right time. And this could very well be the right place at the right time for Jontay Porter.
Josh, thanks very much. Appreciate it. The Raptors' first half stat is brought to you by your Ontario Subaru dealers. Hurry to your local Subaru dealer. Get more out of every kilometer this fall, including more karaoke. So the Raptors shooting 58.1%, 25 of 43, moving the ball around with 18 assists. And in terms of bench scoring, Raptors 21-15. Turnovers for points, 8 for 8 for the Raptors, 4 for 0 for the Clippers. Just a quick thought, Warren, before we go to break and set up the second half. What do the Raptors have to do in this second half?
Well, continue to rebound and continue to get contribution from the bench. I think the bench was phenomenal in this game thus far. If they can do that, they'll stay in contention. Obviously, you need to defend this Clippers team, which is not an easy task. Move the basketball and continue to make the Clippers defend, because they have guys that will take a few possessions off every now and then, a.k.a. James Harden. You can attack him, and if you do that, I think the Raptors have a chance of winning this basketball game, and I won't be surprised if they do. So if they continue to move the basketball, try and get out in transition, try and get to the free throw line, and again, share the ball. If they do that, they have a chance.
Clippers lead at 58-57 at the half. The second half is next. This is Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050.
A big win and a bigger impact. When you play the MLSE Foundation 50-50 jackpot, you support the kids and the future Raptors of tomorrow. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. Will this season include you? The only way to find out is if you play. Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Salespeople are not likely to consistently implement a particular selling strategy or technique, regardless of how effective it may be, unless it's part of an overall behavioral plan. And they're not likely to implement a behavioral plan unless it's supported by the appropriate attitude and outlook. At Train West Online Academy, our sales training and development program addresses all areas necessary for your success. If you're deadly serious about improving your skills, go to trainwest.ca to learn more. Trainwest.ca.
Step onto treadmill. Start playlist. Skip song. Skip song. Skip song. Hear your jam, come on. Turn up speed. Run to the beat and feel like you're the lead in a music video. It's a treadmill workout. Join for $7.99 every 2 weeks at fitforless.ca and experience fitness simplified. Some conditions apply. Fit for less. Everybody happy.
This is the sound of medicine. When you stay at a Ronald McDonald House, close to your sick child, family is medicine. And right now, it's helping Ryan battle leukemia. We need your help to keep families together. Please donate today at rmhc.ca.
There's no better way to drive home than with Hayes, Noodles, and the O-Dog. Overdrive every weekday, 4 to 7 p.m. on TSN 1050.
.57. Clippers lead the Raptors third quarter. About to start at Crypto.com Arena. Third quarter delivered by 2-for-1 Pizza. Right now, get 2 medium pizzas, 4 toppings. Combined for just $20.99. Visit 2for1pizza.com. Now the Raptors have made good on a delivery so far in the first half. Javon, they are right there.
They're right there. And before we go anywhere else, it's going to be pineapple on both of those pizzas.
Oh, yeah. I know some people are like, oh, you don't do that.
No. It's pineapple on pizza.
You can put pineapple. You can put barbecue chicken. You can put anything you want on my pizza, except the small salted fish. I don't do anchovies.
I'm okay with it.
I don't do anchovies.
I'm okay with it.
But everything else, fair game. Although, I tell you what, if you slide it on there and I don't know,
it'll give you a little pop. It gives you a little pop, a little tang.
Just say it's like chicken and I'll eat it anyway. And the Raptors doing a good job, Javon, as we said, hanging in, eating what the Clippers have given them. It's a 1-point game here, but as you said, second half, margin of error, very different.
Very, very, very different, right? And obviously, this Clippers team, they're going to come out of the half with a bit more fire, a bit more pop. I'm sure Tyronn Lue got into them, and, you can't look over at the Raptors and, say they're missing a few pieces and not give your best effort. So you're going to expect a quick punch from the Clippers early, and the Raptors just have to be, on top of that and ready to fight back and blow back.
Raptor ball to start the half. They come front court, left to right, and R.J. Barrett says, here's a three in the bottom of the well to start it off. 60-58. Toronto by 2.
I take a wild guess who the defender is there. That's James Harden faking the closeout. That half, I'm getting there. I'm contesting. I'm giving my effort. Good job by RJ just knocking it down.
All show, no go. If James Harden, Schroeder drives baseline, fouled by Harden. And the Raptors lead 60-58 and start with a flurry. As
Harden picking up his third foul there.
Yeah, they got Harden in trouble. I got to tell you, on this road trip, the Raptors have done a really good job picking out the weak defender and going at that guy.
And it's funny because I'm looking at the foul count and I see Harden pick up that third one. I actually don't want him to pick up any more early.
No.
I want him on the court.
Yeah, keep him in the game.
Yeah, that gives me somebody to attack, and you have the bodies to defend him.
R.J. Barrett attacks him there, curling on the screen and ramming it home. 62-58 Raptors by 4. 14 for R.J. Barrett. Harden up top to Zubac in the lane. The hook shot up and in. Just pure size there on Thad Young.
Yeah, and with him right now, you've got to do a better job of not letting him catch the ball close to the basket where he can really use his size and dominate.
62-60 Toronto. 10:40 third quarter. Quickly to Schroeder, to Barrett near side. Drives on Paul George. Flings it cross court. Barnes to Quickly. Three in the air. No good. Rebound saved by Barrett. Tried to find Thad Young, but Paul George jumped in front. Here comes Harden in the black. Right to left. His cross court pass intercepted by Quickly. Quickly drives, gets into the middle. Kicks it to Barrett. Near side. Drives on Zubac. And they got a foul on Barrett for hooking the arm. He didn't have to do that. Zubac's arm was out and was fouling. RJ did not have to hook him, and he got called on the foul.
Yeah, he gets called there because the refs can actually see the extension. I thought if he didn't hook and continue playing through, he actually would have picked up that foul because Zubac was tied up and defending him with his hip.
Not in a good guarding position. Leonard near side, left wing, inside the arc. Double comes, backs out, kicks it to George straight away. Now to Terrence Mann. 3-ball far side is good. Terrence Mann become a reliable three-point shooter tonight.
Only 26% on the season.
Yeah, but he's knocked down 2 of 2 tonight.
Out of that double team. Has the time, has the space.
Barrett in the lane, floats it up, no good. Rebound back up and in by Thad Young.
Heady play by Thad, just not even coming down with the basketball, coming off the rim. Okay, I'm going to tip it in. Let's get back on D.
64-63 Toronto. Paul George 3 straight away is good. Clippers up 66-64, 9:20 third quarter. Barrett drives into the lane, kicks it to Barnes. 3-ball far side, bang, bang. Yes, sir, in the bottom of the well. Raptors take the lead back 67-66. Front court. Here comes Harden. 9 minutes to go, third quarter. 1-point Raptor lead. Leonard to Harden. Back to Leonard. 3-ball straight away, short. Rebound knocked away. Quickly has it. Driving on Leonard. Floats it up, no good. The foul called on Kawhi Leonard. Quickly, literally jumping to get the attention of referee Gediminas Petritis. A late call, but the correct one.
The effort that you're getting from Dennis Schroeder and Isaiah Quickly at the top of that key is impressive, right? They're shrinking the floor on the penetrations, but then they're also getting out to that kick out with a sense of urgency and speeding there and getting right back on the laces of the offense. Really blowing up the Clippers. Well, essentially Clippers want to get the ball, move the ball and play one-on-one, but they're doing a good job of shrinking and rotating back out with that extra effort, those plays with urgency, with speed.
68-66 Raptors. Quickly makes the first free throw. He's got 7. Toronto doing their best to hang tight without Siakam or Pirtle. Second free throw rattles in for Quickly. Used every bit of the rim. And the Raptors have a 3-point lead, 69-66. Harden drives into the lane, kicks to Leonard, swing it up top. George, the flyby by Schroeder, 3 in the air, good. Tie ball game. 69 apiece, 8:20 to go. Quickly in the lane, floats it up, no good. But his foray disrupted by Leonard, and they're going to get a foul call on Kawhi Leonard, sending Emmanuel Quickly to the line for 2.
He's putting the pressure right back on the defense of the Clippers, right? Paul George knocks down a 3, and, he's had a heck of a year from the three-point line, just under 41%. But the Raptors get the basketball, and they're changing ends of the floor before Clippers are getting back. Emmanuel Quickly splitting the D, and now it's just him and the defender. Him in the basket, gets himself to the free throw line.
Free throw good by Quickly. Free throw count tonight, 9 for the Clippers, 6 for the Raptors. Toronto, true to form, outscoring the Clippers in the paint 36-32 in spite of Zubac being the biggest guy on the floor. 2 free throws good from Quickly. Raptors up 71-69. Harden, front court. Clippers in the black, right to left. Terrence Mann, near side, left wing, above the arc. Down low to Zubac, on Barrett. Cross-court pass to George in the pocket, far side, in front of the Clippers bench. Leans in on Schroeder, knocks him down. Schroeder stands up, looks at Leon Wood, who says, play on. And now Paul George called on a reach-in foul.
Well, Paul George picks up that foul there just to slow down the advantage on the possession. Before, I thought Schroeder did a good job of staying in front of him, using the sideline and the baseline as 2 extra defenders. And Paul George just eases him off with the shoulder and gets a dunk. Now, I'm pretty certain that the refs may have missed an offensive foul there.
Schroeder, no problem, drives by a bunch of standing Clippers and lays it in. Right side near wing, 73-71 Toronto. Leonard up top, double comes. He backs out near center on the bounce, gets it to Mann. Swing it to Harden, near side. Harden been kind of quiet tonight, 3 of 7, 8 points. Tries to get it to Zubac down low. Thad Young doing a nice job. The post pass goes out of bounds. It'll be Toronto basketball. Quickly back, 3-ball near side. Rattles, doesn't go. Rebound to Harden. Front court, Harden on the dribble. Against Barrett. Works near side. Now Thad Young jumps out on the switch. They get it to George. Cross court, Terrence Mann, shot fake, drive into the lane. Kick it out. Paul George, 3, no good. Rebound knocked away. Terrence Mann has it. Backs out, launches a 3 and knocks it down. 74-73 Clippers. Terrence Mann with 13 on the night. Here's a guy that averages 7. Schroeder up top. Foul line jumper good for Schroeder, straight through. Raptors up 75-74, 6.5 third quarter.
Got to keep milking it. 12-footer for Schroeder. Zubac still not coming out there. Well, continue to get to your spot and make the game simple.
Alley-oop to Kawhi Leonard. He floats it in. And Clippers have a 76-75 lead. Timeout, Toronto. 6:23 to go, third quarter. LA by 1. 76-75. This is Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Love meatballs? You could have spaghetti and meatballs, but why have a dish where they're mentioned second, like an afterthought? With 2-for-1 Pizza's new meatball menu, meatballs are the star of the show with dishes like meatball pizza, with meatballs, green peppers, and red onions starting at just $11.99, or their oven-baked meatballs, baked in their classic tomato sauce topped with Italian herbs for just $10.99. Order online at 2for1pizza.com.
Bonjour.
Hello.
Voudriez-vous apprendre une autre langue?
Would you like to learn another language?
Comme l'italiano?
Like Italian.
O español?
Or Spanish. With Babbel, learning a language is fácil, easy, Lessons take just 10 minutes a day and are voiced by real native speakers designed for all levels of learners. Right now, Babbel is offering radio listeners 55% off their subscription. Visit babbel.com/radio. That's BABBEL.com/radio for 55% off.
When you vacation with Norwegian Cruise Line, every day is a new day. Get a taste for Barcelona, then savor incredible dining back on board one day. Connect to ancient history in Athens, and then disconnect in our spa another day. Wherever the sea breeze takes you, come aboard and experience a different tomorrow with Norwegian. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Norwegian Cruise Line, ships registry the Bahamas and USA.
The rest of my life gonna start today.
TSN 1050. Listen anywhere. Stream your favorite shows in your car. Available on Apple CarPlay via the iHeartRadio app. TSN 1050. Everywhere you want it.
Back in Toronto, Raptors trailing the Clippers 76-75. We go back and forth here. Javon, as the Raptors and Clippers, no team has had a lead of more than 3 possessions. 7 points for the Clippers, 6 for the Raptors. And both teams shooting the ball well. It's been a real controlled offensive game.
Yeah, and you know, if you're the Raptors right now, you really want to get that 3-point number down for the Clippers, but also just continue to attack, because to me, I'm looking at, I was pretty surprised looking through my notes here that the Clippers are the 11th best defensive rated team, but it just seems like every time the Raptors put the basketball on the floor, they're getting past that first defender and getting exactly what they want or where they want. Now it's just getting consistent stops, you know, on the defensive end and not trading 2s for 3s.
Well, here comes Toronto front court in the white. They move left to right. Barrett quickly. Porter out there with Barnes and Trent. Porter, 3, no good. Rebound, Paul George. Here come the Clippers. Mann, Leonard, Westbrook, Zubats, and George. PG-13 up top. Drives on Porter, gets into the lane, floats it up, no good. Good contest by Porter. Raptors front court with numbers. Quickly steps into a 3 and knocks it down in the bottom of the well.
Playing in transition, right? 5-on-4. Paul George is trailing the play, and Emmanuel quickly just tees it up from 3. Easy shot, right? Paul George on the other end was attacking Porter. You thought it was sweet, thought it was going to be easy. Good job moving his feet.
Zubats inside, lays it up and in. Game tied at 78. 5:25 to go. Third quarter, quickly in the lane, bounces off Terrence Mann, can't get the shot down from 10 feet. Here comes Paul George. Front court, gets it to Leonard on R.J. Barrett. The double comes right away. Leonard elevates, fires, no good. Rebound, Barnes. 5 minutes. Barnes steps into a 3 in transition, no good. Rebound, Terrence Mann. George up top against Scotty Barnes. Drives into the middle, kicks to Westbrook. Now to Paul George. Mid-post jumper, got it near side from about 12 feet. 80-78 Clippers, 4:35 third quarter. Porter up top, gets it to Trent. Gary turns the corner. Near side, the shot, no good. Porter fights for the rebound, can't get it, but Trent does. Banks it up and in. 8 feet near block, right side.
Trent, smart play there. Knew he wasn't going to be able to get to the ball first, but he just locks the ball between his hands and the court, gets himself a floater.
Raptors stop the Clippers. Back comes Barrett, drives, lays it in. 2-point Raptor lead, 82-80. Under 4 minutes to go. 3:59 to be exact, and Ty Lue wants a timeout. Raptors like that gum on the bottom of your shoe, not going away, just kind of sticking around.
Not at all. When you give them transition opportunities, they're really good, especially now with R.J. Barrett in the mix. He's running. If he's trailing, whether he has a basketball in his hands or not, he's going to be looking to attack in transition.
Let's take a break. 82-80 Toronto, 3:59 third quarter. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
When running a business, you face plenty of challenges. Skip the challenge of finding and negotiating with lawyers and accountants. Go to Vexit.com instead. Vexit is Canada's online legal and accounting marketplace with over 100 services, covering everything you need to run a business, including tax filings. Vexit will match you with accredited small business professionals in as little as 3 minutes. The best part? No nonsense, fixed prices, stated up front. Go to Vexit.com and see for yourself. That's VEXIT.com.
The holiday season is officially behind us. The eggnog is gone and the decorations will soon be packed away. But maybe not Carol's next door. She leaves hers up all year long. I've never understood why. With Sunwing Vacations, say goodbye to January blues and hello to savings. Picture this: palm trees swaying, crystal clear waters, and not a fruitcake in sight. So long, awkward family moments. Paradise is calling. Book with your local travel agent or...
When you're working out at Planet Fitness, it's a judgment-free zone, so you can really step up your workout. That's why we've got treadmills. And our team members are here to help, so you can be carefree with the free weights. There are also balance balls, bikes, cables, kettlebells, and TRX equipment. But no pressure.
Get in the judgment-free zone. Get started at Planet Fitness for 24 cents down and then $15 a month. No commitment, cancel anytime. Deal ends January 12th. $49 annual fee applies. See Home Club for details.
Making your lousy commute fun. Overdrive with Hayes Noodles and the O-Dog every weekday, 4 to 7 p.m. on TSN 1050.
82-80 Toronto, 3:59 third quarter. Paul Jones, Javon Shepard. You'll hear from Jim Taddy, Josh Lewinberg in the postgame. Owen Hall, Cameron Moore keeping us on the air, and the Raptors keeping pace right now, Javon. Kind of like that long-distance race where some guy's in the lead that you don't expect to be in the lead, but the favorite is in the pack. He's just hanging on the shoulder. Is he going to make a move, or is that guy going to hold the lead and kind of not let him get run down?
Well, I'll tell you this much. It's 23 bench points that everybody's contributed and really produced in their minutes. Now for this fourth quarter, going into this fourth quarter, the rest of the 3:50 here in the third, just taking care of the basketball is going to be extremely important, right? 10 turnovers for the Raptors. That's where, you really got to value the basketball.
Foul will go on Jalen McDaniels. Kawhi Leonard coming from far side to near side. And McDaniels had a hold. Clippers in the black, moving right to left. Powell, Westbrook, Zubats, George, and Leonard. George up top, drive, kick it to Leonard. 3-ball near side, good. Kawhi Leonard is on a heater tonight.
Go fishing.
21 points on 7 of 13. Clippers lead 83-82. McDaniels drive, kick it out. Trent swing it, quickly punches, floats it up, no good, but is fouled. And Emmanuel quickly will go to the line for 2. Great job driving the closeout, Javon. They ran at him, tried to run him off the line. He said, okay, I'll get closer to the bucket.
Yeah, and Paul George is doing a good job closing out there, but quickly keeps that basketball in his right hand, the inside hand, and pushes it forward where it can go get it. And that created the separation, created the space. And you get the foul across the waist. At that point, Paul George is just trying to slow him down. Say, listen here, young fella, you're not getting an easy bucket on me.
Quickly, free throw good. Raptors 8 of 8 from the line tonight. And the free throw watch, Clippers 9, Raptors 8. Neither team has missed one to this point. 83 apiece. Quickly, second free throw good. Clean for Emmanuel Quickly. He's got 15. And the Raptors lead 84-83, 3:20 third quarter. Quickly reaches in, knocks it away from Westbrook, who gets it back. Now to Leonard, near side, left wing, above the arc. Staring at R.J. Barrett. Backs into the lane, kicks it out. Coffey, swing it. Powell, shot fake. Escape, dribble, step back, jumper, no good. Long rebound, McDaniels. Quick hit ahead to Quickly, far side. Drives right hand to the middle, floats it up, no good. Tipped up by Porter, no good, but gets it back. Throws it up, no good. Can't keep it alive. Here comes Westbrook on the run, lays it up and in.
Westbrook's so explosive. one and Porter loses his Jets, and Westbrook coming on the other end and just really flying to the basket.
Trent comes back and knocks a three in the bottom of the well, near side right wing. 87-85 Toronto, 2:35 third quarter.
Calm, cool, collected.
Raptors playing the zone. Leonard off to Powell, far side, right wing. Left hand to the middle. Kicks it to Leonard, punches into the gap. Broken circle jumper short. Gets his rebound back, puts it up, no good. Rebound knocked away, off Porter, out of bounds. It'll be Clippers ball. Toronto taking advantage when they can, Javon, of fast break opportunities.
Well, you always hear me say a good defense starts with some good offense, right? And right now, Clippers missing some shots, and because of that, the Raptors are getting out not fast break points, but transition points. And these guys are so athletic, all of them can make plays and shoot the basketball. When you have a 5-on-4 advantage, it's an easy bucket.
Porter called on an illegal screen as R.J. Barrett was turning the corner near side, right wing on the right-hand dribble, and the Raptors turn it over. Raptors by 2, 87-85, 2 minutes, third quarter. Westbrook fall away in the lane short, missed everything but the floor. Here comes Toronto. Porter to Barrett, pull up three, got it far side, down the bottom of the well for Mississauga's finest. Raptors 90, Clippers 85, Barrett with 19 on 8 of 12. Westbrook drives, floats it up on Porter, no good, rebound Barrett. Off to Schroeder, quick hit ahead, Trent, three, no good, rebound Powell. Quick hit ahead to Westbrook, on the drive to Leonard, who jams it down. 90-87, Raptor lead cut to 3. Trent up top. Gets it to Porter on the elbow. Backdoor cut to Barrett, has it knocked away. I would have liked to see that pass with a little more zip. Leonard to Westbrook, near side, above the arc, right wing into the corner. Coffey fakes, drives, floats it up and in. Clippers cut it to 1. 90-89, 49 seconds, third quarter.
Yeah, smart attack by Coffey there. Both R.J. Barrett and Dennis Schroeder were caught on the same offensive player at the left elbow. Coffey recognizing and attacked the baseline.
35 seconds, third quarter. Shot clock at 10. Schroeder works near side to Porter. Back to Schroeder. Drives on Coffey into the lane, floats it up, no good. But Schroeder smartly veering into the path, but not in an obvious, overt manner. Coffey runs up his back, and the foul will be called, giving Schroeder 2 free throws. So the Raptors continuing to hang tight. Lead by the slimmest of margins, 90-89. Free throw good from Schroeder. Raptors 10 of 10 from the stripe tonight. We'll tell you this, the Raptors 10-3 when they lead after 3 quarters. Right now they've got a 91-89 lead. By contrast, 5-19 when they trail. Second one for Schroeder, cries in. Touches all the rim, 92-89. Raptors by 3, 25 seconds, third quarter. Leonard straight away. On the bounce against McDaniels. Now switches onto Garrett Temple. Leonard drive in the lane, throws it up, no good. But the foul will go on Temple. So Temple takes the foul, and Leonard will go to the line. Kawhi with 23 tonight. First free throw, good. With that line drive explosive shot, it punishes the net when it goes in. You know those ones, if you've played basketball, you know they hit the back rim, boom, and they go straight down. You know those guys, Javon? They, boom. They just hit the back rim and just drain straight through.
Straight line.
And if they miss, if they miss the back rim, it's a hard swish.
Oh, goodness. And when you're in high school, under the rim, it used to have the little holes, the capsules for the volleyball nets. When they hit that,
Leonard makes two.
Oh, boy.
5 seconds, third quarter, 92-91 Toronto. Quickly up top. They swing it. Schroeder deep three, no good. And that's the way the third quarter ends. Last lap of the track coming up. The Raptors with the lead. It's a slim lead, but a lead nonetheless. 92-91. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball across the TSN radio network.
Unhibernate. Verb. To laugh in the face of snow because you drive a Subaru. As in, when I unhibernate, I have the roads all to myself because my Subaru has symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and others don't. Or, the award-winning safety in my Subaru means I can unhibernate all winter while my neighbors stare longingly from their bedroom windows. Or my favorite usage, I'm going to unhibernate this winter by visiting my local Subaru dealer today. Welcome to Uncommon Winter Confidence.
You've heard that sound before. A basketball going off the backboard and in. A bank shot. Well, that's actually the sound of a fan winning a Raptors jersey. That's the sound of a fan getting a signed Raptors basketball. And that's a fan scoring tickets to the NBA Finals. With the Tangerine Bank Shot contest, every bank shot the Raptors score this season wins a fan a prize. Enter for a chance to win at tangerine.ca/bankshot. Tangerine, that's forward banking.
There's no escaping it, whether your business is local, regional, or global. In today's faster-paced and more complex business environment, management and leadership skills are fundamental to success. Business owners must lead their organization, sales managers must lead their sales teams, and sales professionals must lead their clients and prospects. For over 18 years, Train West Management and Consulting has helped business professionals develop, expand, and refine their management and sales skills. If you're deadly serious about improving your skills, go to trainwest.ca.
TSN 1050. Listen anywhere. Stream your favorite shows on your smart speaker. Simply tell your smart speaker to listen to TSN 1050 everywhere you want it.
Fourth quarter time, last lap of the track. Fourth quarter brought to you by CMC Markets. Take your trading to the next level with $0 commission on stocks. 92-91. Raptors by a point, and some good numbers for Toronto. Shooting 55% from the floor. 9 of 23 from distance. Holding the Clippers to, well, a lower shooting percentage than Toronto, but still a pretty good percentage for the Clippers at 51-5. But it's a 1-point Toronto lead, 92-91, heading to the fourth quarter.
The other number that also sticks out is 11 for 11 from the free throw line.
Yep.
Right? And we always say it's finish your breakfast. Those are easy baskets. But the Raptors have shot 73.8% on the season. They're 29th in the league. So to see them come out and capitalize at the free throw line is important. Now this fourth quarter, it's going to be imperative that the defensive rebounding, close out possessions, and when they can get those advantages 5-on-4 running, they've been really good against the Clippers.
Clipper ball to start the quarter. In the black, they come right to left. Harden, far elbow, right side. Holding. Again, Schroeder. Still holding. Shot clock at 5. Finds Paul George near side. Pump fake and then knocks down the 3. Paul George makes it 94-92 Clippers. He's shooting 41% from distance this year.
Well, that shot opens up a Kofi's cutback door. The defense reacts. McDaniels there, and then the split second that he's late recovering.
McDaniels in the lane, floats it up, no good. It was short. Rebound, Paul George. Gets it to Harden. On the bounce, now to George. Into the corner. Powell, shot fake, goes airborne, knocks down a 3. 97-92 Clippers. Raptors got to hang on to the rope here. It's like you're riding a wild horse trying to throw you off. Hang on. Barnes drives, floats it up, no good, but fouled by Tice. And Scotty going to try and stop the bleeding by getting to the free throw line. As the Clippers have come out with 2 straight threes to start the fourth quarter, leading it 97-92.
And 2 good looks for the Clippers. Not the fact that they not because they knocked the shots down, but they trusted their offense. They let it work. A backdoor cut led, to the Paul George, the first Paul George 3. And then, again, this last one here, moving the ball around the horn, creating an advantage for yourself. Defense is late rotating. You get an open shot. Scotty Barnes missing the first of 2 from the free throw line. That's the Raptors' first miss from the line tonight, from the stripe.
Second one good. I'm sure they're feeding the house for something. The fans were going crazy if you missed 2 free throws in the fourth quarter. A lot of places around the league, there's some kind of promotion. But the Raptors cut the lead to 97-93. Harden on the bounce. Drives on Porter. Kicks it back out. Deep 3 from Paul George. No good. Rebound Porter. Quick hit ahead to Barnes. Drives on Paul George. Lay it in and a foul. A chance for the old-time 3-point play by Scotty Barnes.
What was the first thing I said to you to start this fourth quarter? That it's going to be important to close out possessions with defensive rebounds and playing in transition, right?
Yes.
You get a rebound here, you get a pass the length of the floor, and Scotty Barnes, if he's one-on-one in transition, he's just too strong.
97-95. Raptors cut the lead to 2. Paul George up top. Barnes missing the only 2 free throws of the night for the Raptors. Drives. Paul George lays it in. 99-95. 19 for PG-13. Porter 3 up top. No good. Rebound to Harden. Quick hit ahead to Powell. He steps into a transition 3. No good. Barnes high for the rebound. 9:45 fourth quarter. 99-95 Clippers. Barnes on Tice. Walks him into the lane. Turns, lays it up. No good. Had an easy one and couldn't get it down. Back comes Harden. Lays it up and in. Driving on Trent. 101-95. Clippers timeout. Toronto. A 4-point swing on the missed layup by Barnes.
Yeah, but you don't have any time to think about that right now. You go into this timeout, you regroup, and get yourself back out there. The body language can't change. You got to have the same effort, the same enthusiasm you've had, for the good portion of this game.
Clippers with the lead. 9:27 to go. Fourth quarter. 101-95 LA. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
At Trillium Health Partners, we're ready to see you, not just as a patient, but as a person who needs innovative care with a human touch, a person with a life, with hopes, and with fears. At Trillium Health Partners, we'll see the whole you, our nurses, our doctors, and our staff. Because when we care for the whole person, our whole community gets stronger. Trillium Health Partners, we see you. Learn more at weseeyou.ca.
Hey there, Canadian snowbirds. Planning your escape to warmer destinations? Don't forget the most essential part of your trip, travel insurance. Picture this. You're basking in the sun, sipping a pina colada, and suddenly life throws you a curveball. Medical emergency, delayed luggage, trip interruption? Don't worry. Goose Insurance has you covered. Canada's best insurance app. With Goose, you get $10 million in travel medical and get coverage for your unstable pre-existing medical condition. Download the Goose app today or visit gooseinsurance.com.
Ontario is building up our nursing workforce. Since 2018, over 60,000 new nurses have registered to work in Ontario. Last year alone, Ontario added 15,000 new nurses, a record year. Across the province, there's another 30,000 nursing students in school. We're investing millions in new programs that pay for nurses' schooling, books, and equipment, and attracting highly trained nurses from around the world by breaking down barriers so they can get to work sooner. See all the ways we're connecting you to care. Ontario.ca/yourhealth. Paid for by the Government of Ontario.
First Up with Korolnik and Koliakovo. Weekday morning 6 till 10 on TSN 1050.
You ain't first, you're last.
101-95 Clippers, 9:27 fourth quarter. Paul Jones, Javon Shepherd, Owen Hall, Cameron Moore behind the glass. You'll hear from Jim Taddy and Josh Lewinberg when it's all said and done. Got to hold on right now, Javon. It's a critical time. Clippers with a 6-point lead. Their biggest lead of the game was 7, but just feeling the tempo a little bit
50
swinging to the Clippers. That's, like I said, the long distance run. It's like the favorite now has said, okay, I'm done running on the shoulder. I'm taking the lead. You coming with me.
Yeah, and they set the tone with the 2 threes that they opened up the fourth quarter with.
101-95 Raptors front court. Barrett's pass too hard for Porter in close quarters.
And RJ knew it there, right?
Yeah.
Put a little bit too much on it. There was no backside, no weak side. You got to just throw that ball up and
lob it up.
Let him go get it because there's no help to tag or bump.
Paul George, far side, right wing. Clippers right to left. Raises up. The jumper got it over Gary Trent Jr. 8-point Clipper lead, largest of the game. Schroeder front court to Barrett. Drives into the lane. Kicks it out. They swing it. Schroeder 3 straight away. Good. Down the bottom of the well for Dennis Schroeder. He's got 20 on the night. Raptors cut the lead to 103-98. Playing the zone. And a kick ball as Harden tried to pass it between the two top guys in the zone. And both Trent and Schroeder sticking their legs out. In another sport, I'd say kick save and a beauty. Schroeder will sit down. Quickly will come in. George into the corner. Powell, 3, good. Norman Powell. He has been terrific in his role as a 3-point shooter. 46% from 3 this year. One of the candidates, I'd say, for 6th man of the year. Barrett in the lane. No good. Porter can't run down the rebound. Dives on the floor for it. And the Raptors called a timeout to save the possession. Porter was on the ground, and it was Emmanuel quickly out close to the official calling for a timeout. The Clippers are saying there was no possession, but Porter did have the ball. He was just trying to keep it away from Powell.
Well, you're rewarded for playing gritty and grimy, right? He's the first to the floor, and everybody's standing cute and just trying to swing at it. Good job by Porter getting on it, corralling the basketball, get yourself a timeout.
So let's take a break. 8-11 fourth quarter. 106-98 Clippers with the lead. This is Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
It's a bird. It's a plane. Oh, it's just me helping the city with my super strength. And help is what we did for Dave and Keith. They wanted a new living room, and we're approved for a home renovation loan. I'm invited to their next potluck, and I'm bringing my famous hero dip. I basically just melt a jar of cheese with my super heat vision.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
When you give blood or plasma through Canadian Blood Services, you're not just helping someone. You're helping someone be there for their family, give back to their community, inspire a movement, maybe even change the world. Because when you donate blood or plasma through Canadian Blood Services, you don't.
Everything relatively even. 13 fouls called on the Raptors, 15 on the Clippers. We talked about the free throws.
It would be hard for them to come out and after the discrepancy yesterday in the free throw attempts. It would be really hard to come out and replicate that same.
Well, we just got a shot of Tony Brothers and Darko sharing a laugh, so at least he's on somebody's good list. Free throw good by Boucher. Raptors cut the lead, 111-104. 6:25 to go. Top of the stretch. Clippers with the lead and the ball. They get it to Leonard, far side, right wing. Double comes. He gives it to Harden. Back to Leonard. Shot fake. Pull up. Jumper. Good. 113-104. Leonard with 27. Clippers by 9. Quickly up top. Drives into the lane. Stops. Paul George flies by and quickly's soft jumper touches the rim 4 times and tickles the twine. 113-106 Clippers. 7-point lead, 5:40 to go in the game. Harden up top. Calls Zubats for a screen. Gets a switch on Boucher. Dribbles. Now gives it to Paul George. Far side. Into the lane. Bumped. Floats it up. No good. Rebound Zubats. Backs in on Barnes. Lefty hook. No good. Scotty got a piece. Rebound to the Clippers. Leonard. Harden. Powell near side. Shot fake. And he's fouled by Scotty Barnes, who went flying over top of him. Powell made the shot, wanted the 3 in continuation, but it was obvious after the foul there was a bounce. He was going away from the basket. Maybe he had to gather going the other way. He didn't have 2 hands on the ball when the foul occurred, though.
No, and he also had Scotty Barnes' knee right on the top of his shoulder, so he wasn't going anywhere with that 241-pound body on top of him.
113-106 Clippers, 5:10 to go, 4th quarter. Paul George against Thad Young, near side, left wing. Their feet get tangled up. They both go to the ground. The foul will be called on the Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket, Thad Young. .508 to go. 113-106 Clippers. They're going to inbound near side, left wing. They get it to Zubats. Thad Young got a piece, almost knocked it away. Harden straight away. On Schroeder. Gets a screen, now the switch. Harden, step back, deep 3, no good. Zubats can only get a hand on it. It goes out of bounds on the baseline. Toronto basketball.
That ball sticking a bit too much in James Harden's hands there. And Zubac, he tries to set that wide pin down. Doesn't really sprint into that screen there. James really doesn't have a choice but to chuck it up with about 2 seconds left on the clock.
Dennis Schroeder watching the ball roll slowly towards center. Picks it up with 4:50 to go in the ball game. Thad Young up top to Quickly. Kicks it to Young into the corner. The pass too high for Scotty. Raptors turn it over. A costly turnover. That would have been a wide open look for Barnes.
Yeah, Thad just a bit anxious on the pass there. Catches it in the short roll. Had the right idea with Scotty Barnes on the right baseline 3. Just put a little bit too much on it, trying to get it there too early.
Harden front court. Gets it to Leonard. Guarded by Barnes. Near side. Left wing. Finds Harden cutting in the lane, who lays it up and in. 115-106, 9-point lead for the Clippers. Timeout, Toronto.
It feels as the game, gets later into the fourth with about 4:30 to go right now. It feels like they're just taking turns, right? If it's not Kawhi Leonard, it's James Harden. If it's not James Harden, it's Paul George. And the Raptors getting caught in a number of rotations because they're overhelping. That second pass out is leading to shots. And right here, Harden gets a cut to the basket.
Javon, the Raptors only with 1 timeout left now.
4 minutes to go. And this is going to be a close one.
That's a long time. It's a long time. And I don't want to say I disagree with the timeout, because it's an important possession. You're 9, you're teetering. Like, maybe you do call the timeout to make sure you get something run, or you remind them of a play that you have and the details. But there's part of me that says, hey guys, we got to get it up here, execute. You have to understand how important it is, because I can't call a timeout all the time to remind you.
And management of timeouts is so important as well, because we always look at them as just for the team that called the timeout. You think about it, every time in this case, the Raptors have called a timeout. You've given the Clippers an opportunity to set up their plays, set up, 2 plays down into the game, or sequences down into the game, and allow them to be a bit more composed as well. Look over at the Clippers right now. They have 3 timeouts remaining with 4:30 left to go, with just Toronto's 1. So it kind of puts your back against the wall in a sense. And this has been a it's been a really close game, for the duration up until this point.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not like there's points in the game where you were down 15, down 10, and you had to call timeouts to get guys to play harder or anything of that nature. So it's got to trust the guys a bit so you have some timeouts in your back pocket.
Clippers by 9. Outscoring the Raptors 24-14 in this fourth quarter. Schroeder up top. On the bounce against Paul George. Works left. Gets into the lane. The floater up and in. Schroeder with the runner. 115-108. 7-point Clipper lead. 4:10 to go. Fourth quarter. Schroeder dogging James Harden. Picks him up. Knocks it away. Dives for it. Almost gets it. Shot clock at 10. LA finally in the front court. Harden to Zubac in the lane. Lays it down. Up and in. 117-108. Clippers by 9. Front court quickly. In the lane. Kicks it to Barnes. Scotty, corner 3, far side, no good. Rebound, Thad Young. Kick out Schroeder. Deep 3. Leonard got a piece of it on the block. Here comes Powell on the run. Drives, lays it in. The lead is 11 for LA. Largest it's been all night. 119-108. Toronto leaking oil coming home. Quickly in the lane. Floats it up, no good, but fouled by Zubac. He'll get free throws. Clippers really shooting the ball well in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, and I just saw Thad Young turn to Scotty Barnes and tell him keep shooting, reassure him that he's taking good ones, and he's only shot 1 for 5 on the night. But that's what you want from your veteran. That's what you want from your leaders, to grab those young guys, take them by the hip, and say, listen, keep playing, keep fighting, keep going.
Clippers 12 of 19 in this quarter.
One shot.
First free throw good by Emmanuel Quickly. He's got 21. 3:13 to go. 119-109. Clippers. Quickly's second one is good. Harden front court. 119-110. 3:10 to go. Fourth quarter. Harden on the bounce. Gets it to Leonard straight away. The double comes. They get it back to Harden. Back to Leonard. Drives. Kick to Harden. Into the corner. Paul George. 3. No good. Rebound Thad Young. Here come the Raptors. Barrett on the run. Drives. Lays it up and in. 119-112. Clippers by 7. 2:40 to go. Down the stretch we come. Harden walks it over the midcourt line, coming right to left. Waist high dribble. Gets it to Leonard, far side right wing above the arc. On Scotty Barnes. Gets it to Powell, swing it into the corner. Harden, corner 3, no good. Rebound Barnes. 2:10 to go. Here come the Raptors trailing by 7. Quickly. Drives on Zubac. Floater in the lane, no good. Rebound, Paul George. Tough shot. He was going left, shot it right. George, front court. 2 minutes to go in the game. Harden, back to George. Shot clock at 10. Drives on Quickly. Kicks it far side. Up top, they get it to Harden. On the drive, on the bounce. Deep 3, no good. Zubac tips it up, no good. Rebound Barrett. Minute 40 to go. Toronto down 7. Quickly to Barrett. Works near side, right wing. Into the lane. Kicks it to Young. Now to Schroeder. He drives. Barrett, 3. Good! Near side in the bottom of the well. 119-115. Toronto down 4. RJ pounds his chest and says, we're not done yet. 1:28 to go. Timeout, Ty Lue.
There's some guys that just really want the moment. Right, the ball moves around the horn. Schroeder does a good job, again, getting into the paint. I said it earlier, for the 11th best defense in the league, the Raptors have really just penetrated past that first line of defense and gotten what they wanted. Schroeder with a kick out to RJ on the right side of the wing. And RJ knows a time score with 1:30 left, 1:28 seconds. That's a big shot. Now you're down by 4. You got to come back down and get a big time stop. Lock in similar to what you just did on the last possession, where you forced the ball out of Kawhi's hand, you forced the ball out of Paul George's hand, you had the ball late in James Harden's hand as the clock is winding down. Takes a tough one, handling the basketball, moving further away from the three-point line. But that discipline for this last minute 30 is going to be extremely important.
Let's see what the Raptors can come up with. R.J. Barrett has had a game tonight. 24 points. Schroeder with 22, Quickly with 22. And the Raptors have really, really hung in. Shooting 55%, 40% from three, 88% from the line. Few too many turnovers though, Javon. 15 turnovers, giving up 17 points. Outscored 17-2 points on turnovers.
Yeah, also the offensive rebounds, 11 for the Clippers. And fortunately for the Raptors, they haven't capitalized on that. Only 12 points. But it also breeds confidence in your team, and those offensive rebounds become deflating if you're the Raptors. Those possessions.
Paul George inbound to Zubac. Back to George. Far side right wing between the arc and the hash mark. Kicks it to Harden up top, and they got Schroeder too handsy, a little bit too much body. First in the last 2 minutes for Toronto, so no damage done, but no foul to give. Down 4, 119, 115, minute 22 to go. Harden up top, works near side. On the bounce against Scotty Barnes. Trying to get it to Kawhi Leonard, they do. Double comes. Leonard backs way out, works far side, gets to the hoop and jams it down. He beat Schroeder and got all the way to the cup for the basket. 29 for Leonard. Quickly drives, floats it up and in, and is fouled. Went by Harden like somebody nailed down his shoes, and Quickly will go to the line for a chance at the old-time three and make it a one-possession game.
Quickly just using his speed, right? Getting around James Harden. Powell on the strong side helping. He just blows right by and protects himself. Protects the basketball and bounces off of Harden to the rim.
Quickly, free throw, good. 121-118. 58 seconds to go. Deep in the stretch, it's a three-point Clipper lead. Leonard brings it front court. Scotty Barnes sitting in a chair in front of him. Leonard on the bounce. Now gets the switch. The double comes. Quickly and Barnes, they dissolve it. Paul George, drive. Kick it to Leonard. He gets into the lane. Kicks it to Paul George. Three in the air. Good. 124-118. Paul George with a big three. 35 seconds to go. Raptors bring it front court. Quickly in the lane. Finds Thad Young. Floats it up and in. 124-120. 28.9 to go. Raptors double in the backcourt. Almost a steal. They get it over midcourt. The Clippers to Harden. And Barrett, reaching in, takes the foul. So the Raptors trailing 124-120. 21 seconds to go. James Harden on the line, where he takes his first two attempts. The first one goes down. 125-120. Clippers by 5.
Gary Trent Jr. subbing in for Thad Young. Some offense for defense here.
Second one good for Harden. 6-point lead. 126-120. Quickly front court. On Coffey. Drives. Floats it up. No good. That might do it. Paul George with the rebound. Brings it front court. Raptors aren't going to foul. The Clippers are going to run out the clock. A hard-fought grinding victory for the Clippers. The undermanned Raptors made them work, but still come up a little short. It's a final at Crypto.com Arena. Clippers 126, Raptors 120.
And, you know, Jonesy, we're never in it for moral victories, but I'll tell you this much. I have nothing to say, you know, about the Raptors' performance tonight. These guys came out the second night of a back-to-back, an emotional one, obviously, yesterday, but they fought today, right? And,
yeah.
You know, they went down. They went into half down one. Third quarter, they were up one. You know, a number of lead changes, and, you know, they just got beat by the better team tonight. You know, they were disciplined on the defensive end, and you have to give up something, especially against a Clippers team as talented as this one. You know, they helped a lot on the penetration, on the one-on-one, on the pick-and-roll coverages, which, you know, they gave up the corner, and the Clippers moved the basketball. They rotated it, got it out to the three-point line, and they shot 44% from the line. So, you know, if you don't help as much, then you have the question at the end of the game, you know, why am I playing Paul George? Why am I playing Kawhi? Why am I playing, you know, James Harden one-on-one and letting those guys play in space? So, I tip my hat to the Raptors tonight in their effort, their energy, and just their composure.
Well, the Clippers get the win, 126-120. Post-game up next with Jim Taddy, Josh Lewenberg, and Javon Shepard. 126-120 the final. The Clippers defeat the Raptors. You've been listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball across the TSN radio network. Good night from Toronto.
SiriusXM NBA Radio is your home all year long for 24/7 coverage of the National Basketball Association.
LeBron dribbling, drives to the paint, puts it up, in, and a foul. Are you kidding me?
We're bringing you exclusive access to the biggest basketball stars in the world.
Joined now by the two-time MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
To win a championship moving forward, it never becomes easier. It always becomes harder.
Enjoy interactive live NBA commentary all day long.
No matter how much talent you have, if you don't play as a team, you can't win.
Let those guys in the front office run the team, dude.
And, of course, all the nightly, rim-rocking, heart-pounding, buzzer-beating, play-by-play action your ears can handle.
Handoff, Curry takes another three. It's up and good!
Basketball is our life. On NBA Radio, Channel 86. And listen whenever you want with the SiriusXM app.
The National Basketball Association on SiriusXM. For a full list of games and channels.
Cracking on Internet 944. 7 p.m. Detroit Red Wings face the Edmonton Oilers. Red Wings on Sirius 210, XM 221, and Internet 930. Oilers on Internet 931. 7 p.m. Florida Panthers take on the LA Kings. Panthers on Sirius 211, XM 222, and Internet 932. Kings on Internet 933. 7 p.m. New York Islanders face the Toronto Maple Leafs. Islanders on XM 205, Internet 938. Maple Leafs on Internet 947. 7 p.m. Carolina Hurricanes face the Anaheim Ducks. Hurricanes on Sirius 209, XM 220, and Internet 925. Ducks on Internet 920. 8 p.m. St. Louis Blues face the New York Rangers. Blues on XM 204, Internet 945. Rangers on Internet 939. 9 p.m. Arizona Coyotes take on the Calgary Flames. Coyotes on XM 203, Internet 921. Flames on Internet 924. 10 p.m. Vegas Golden Knights face the Boston Bruins. Golden Knights on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 949. Bruins on Internet 922.
Hear it all on demand. Your favorite shows, your favorite games. Don't miss a second of your favorite SiriusXM programming on demand with the SiriusXM app. Download it now for free.
I'm Mick Kern with It Happened in Baseball. The Dodgers left Brooklyn, relocated to Los Angeles in time for the 1958 season, a move some people back east have never forgiven them for. Nonetheless, life in the California sun proved to be beneficial for the old Trolley Dodgers, as they've won the World Series 5 times since moving. They only managed to turn that trick once back in Brooklyn. The LA Dodgers also enjoyed a run of success at developing rookies. From 1979 to 1982, a Dodger freshman took home the National League Rookie of the Year honors. In 1979, it was pitcher Rick Sutcliffe who was taken 21st overall by LA in the 74 amateur draft. He had a couple of cups of coffee with the team before emerging that season with an impressive 17-10 record. Sutcliffe will go on to win the 1984 Cy Young Award as top NL pitcher, but he was with the Cubs by then. In 1980, another Dodger pitcher, Steve Howe, was top rookie. Taken 16th overall in the 79 draft, Howe went 7-9 with 17 saves in his inaugural season. A year later, maybe the most famous of all Dodger rookie pitchers was none other than Fernando Valenzuela. The native of Mexico exploded onto the scene, going 13-7 in the shortened 1981 season. He had 11 complete games and 8 shutouts. That also nabbed him the Cy Young Award. Valenzuela went 3-1 in the postseason as the Dodgers won the 1981 World Series. Steve Sachs didn't pitch, but he still won Rookie of the Year honors for LA in 82. The second baseman hit .282 in 150 games. For it happened in baseball, in LA, I'm Mick Kern.
Follow every second of the action on NHL Network Radio. From behind the bench to every play on the ice. If it's hockey, it's on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM sports schedule for Thursday, January the 11th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NBA, 2 p.m., Cleveland Cavaliers take on the Brooklyn Nets. Cavaliers on Sirius XM channels 86, Internet 885. Nets on Internet 882. 7:30 p.m., Milwaukee Bucks take on the Boston Celtics. Bucks on Sirius XM channels 86, Internet 896. Celtics on Internet 881. 8 p.m., Oklahoma City Thunder face the Portland Trailblazers. Thunder on Sirius 137 XM 212 and Internet 900. Blazers on Internet 904. 8:30 p.m., Dallas Mavericks face the New York Knicks. Mavericks on Sirius 138 XM 213 and Internet 886. Knicks on Internet 899. 10 p.m., LA Lakers face the Phoenix Suns. Lakers on Sirius XM channels 86, Internet 893. Suns on Internet 903. National feed on Sirius XM and Internet channels 80. In NCAA College Men's Basketball, 7 p.m., James Madison takes on South Alabama on Sirius XM and Internet channels 83. 7 p.m., Maryland faces Michigan. Maryland feed on XM and Internet 372. Michigan on XM 380, Internet 970. 7 p.m., Tulane faces Florida Atlantic on Sirius XM and Internet channels 84. 9 p.m., Illinois faces Michigan State. Illinois on Sirius XM and Internet channels 84. Michigan State on XM 381, Internet 971. 9 p.m., Utah faces UCLA. Utah on XM 383, Internet 973. UCLA on XM 382, Internet 972. 9:30 p.m., Santa Clara faces Gonzaga on Sirius XM and Internet channels 83. 11 p.m., Oregon State faces Stanford. The Oregon State feed on XM and Internet 373. Stanford on XM 384, Internet 974. 11 p.m., Washington faces Arizona State. The Washington feed on XM 386, Internet 976. Arizona State on XM 385, Internet 975. In NCAA College Women's Basketball, 11:30 a.m., Wake Forest faces Syracuse on XM and Internet 371. 6 p.m., Florida State faces North Carolina on Sirius 106, XM 193, and Internet 955. 6 p.m., Ohio State faces Rutgers on Sirius 119, XM 195, and Internet 957. 6 p.m., Pitt faces Louisville on Sirius 161, XM 194, and Internet 956. 7 NC State takes on Virginia on Sirius 139, XM 202, and Internet 965. 7 p.m., Notre Dame takes on Boston College on Sirius 201, XM 109, and Internet 964. 8 p.m., LSU faces Texas A&M on Sirius XM and Internet channels 81. 8 p.m., Missouri faces South Carolina on Sirius 160, XM 190, and Internet 961. 8 p.m., Virginia Tech faces Miami on Sirius 106, XM 193, and Internet 955. In the NHL, 7 p.m., Montreal Canadiens face the San Jose Sharks. Canadiens on XM 223, Internet 935. Sharks on Internet 943. 7 p.m., Pittsburgh Penguins take on the Vancouver Canucks. Penguins on Sirius XM channels 91, Internet 942. Canucks on Internet 948. 7 p.m., Tampa Bay Lightning face the New Jersey Devils. Lightning on XM 207, Internet 946. Devils on Internet 937. 7 p.m., Washington Capitals take on the Seattle Kraken. Capitals on XM 206, Internet 950. Kraken on Internet 944. 7 p.m., Detroit Red Wings face the Edmonton Oilers. Red Wings on Sirius 210, XM 221, and Internet 930. Oilers on Internet 931. 7 p.m., Florida Panthers take on the LA Kings. Panthers on Sirius 211, XM 222, and Internet 932. Kings on Internet 933. 7 p.m., New York Islanders face the Toronto Maple Leafs. Islanders on XM 205, Internet 938. Maple Leafs on Internet 947. 7 p.m. Carolina Hurricanes face the Anaheim Ducks. Hurricanes on Sirius 209, XM220 and Internet 925. Ducks on Internet 920. 8 p.m. St. Louis Blues face the New York Rangers. Blues on XM204, Internet 945. Rangers on Internet 939. 9 p.m. Arizona Coyotes take on the Calgary Flames. Coyotes on XM203, Internet 921. Flames on Internet 924. 10 p.m. Vegas Golden Knights face the Boston Bruins. Golden Knights on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 949. Bruins on Internet 922.
The PGA Tour comes to life on SiriusXM. It's your destination for everything on the tour. Hear live hole-by-hole coverage and expert analysis. PGA Tour Radio, SiriusXM 92.
I'm Mick Kern with It Happened in Baseball. September 18th, 2006. On this Monday evening at Dodger Stadium, over 55,000 people showed up to watch the home side clash with the San Diego Padres. The two teams were separated by only a half game in the National League West standings, with the Padres sitting in first. They rode out to a 4-1 lead after one inning, LA tying it up after 3. But heading into the bottom of the ninth, the Dodgers were trailing by 4 runs and were facing John Atkins on the mound. Jeff Kent led things off with a home run against the right-hander. J.D. Drew followed suit with his own solo shot. That was more than enough for Padres manager Bruce Bochy, who went to the bullpen for closer Trevor Hoffman. Well, that made absolutely no difference in matters, as first Russ Martin and then Marlon Anderson both crushed balls for solo shots, tying the game at 9 runs apiece. The Dodgers ended up winning this one 11-10 thanks to a 2-run Nomar Garciaparra home run in the 10th, and they moved into first place in the West. LA and San Diego would both end up tied for the division lead at the end of the season, with both teams compiling 88 wins. The Padres were awarded the division title due to winning the season series. Both teams, though, bowed out in the first round of the playoffs. But on this day, the Dodgers ruled the roost thanks to those 4 straight home runs, which tied a Major League record. The 4th time it had been accomplished. The Twins turned the trick in 1964, as did the 63 Indians and the 61 Braves. Recently, the Red Sox, White Sox, and Arizona Diamondbacks have all joined that club. For It Happened in Baseball, I'm Mick Kern.
SiriusXM has soccer covered end to end. SiriusXM FC. Hear live play-by-play and talk shows hosted by legends of the game. It's SiriusXM FC on Channel 157.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM sports schedule for Thursday, January the 11th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NBA, 2 p.m., Cleveland Cavaliers take on the Brooklyn Nets. Cavaliers on Sirius and XM channels 86, Internet 885. Nets on Internet 882. 7:30 p.m., Milwaukee Bucks take on the Boston Celtics. Bucks on Sirius and XM channels 86, Internet 896. Celtics on Internet 881. 8 p.m., Oklahoma City Thunder face the Portland Trail Blazers. Thunder on Sirius 137, XM 212 and Internet 900. Blazers on Internet 904. 8:30 p.m., Dallas Mavericks face the New York Knicks. Mavericks on Sirius 138, XM 213 and Internet 886. Knicks on Internet 899. 10 p.m., LA Lakers face the Phoenix Suns. Lakers on Sirius and XM channels 86, Internet 893. Suns on Internet 903. National feed on Sirius XM and Internet channels 80. In NCAA College Men's Basketball, 7 p.m., James Madison takes on South Alabama on Sirius XM and Internet channels 83. 7 p.m., Maryland faces Michigan. Maryland feed on XM and Internet 372. Michigan on XM 380, Internet 970. 7 p.m., Tulane faces Florida Atlantic on Sirius XM and Internet channels 84. 9 p.m., Illinois faces Michigan State. Illinois on Sirius XM and Internet channels 84. Michigan State on XM 381, Internet 971. 9 p.m., Utah faces UCLA. Utah on XM 383, Internet 973. UCLA on XM